Alrighty, let's get this rolled in and get started. So first thing on the agenda this evening will be everyone roll a 20-sider. Can you guys not hear me?
Now I can.
I can hear you.
I said everyone roll a 20-sider.
Didn't hear that.
Good old-fashioned roll.
Roll Z's.
Yeah,
Wow.
you go first.
Oh, I was hoping I'd get a 1.
You did get a 1, you also got a 0.
A 0 is lower than 1, so you go first.
Aha!
Alrighty. Let's start down at the bottom with little Zakara.
What? Choose today to go in reverse?
Get bamboozled.
Today I rolled low, I was so happy.
Alright, Zakara, roll me a 1d22.
The real order is Zakara and then whoever else rolls.
Number 12. Alright, we've had this one before, but it was only partially answered. So Zakara, you have 1 minute to tell me what item gives Raz his powers. I'm looking for a name.
The Wellspring Rune.
Yes, there we go.
It's the spit he puts into the stuff.
Good old-fashioned gnome spit.
That's why they hang him upside down and squeeze him every once in a while. Just get that gnome spit.
Forget Dragon's Blood, just put gnome spit in a bottle.
Alrighty, there's a point for the party. Alright, Mr. Glizzick, roll me 1d22.
Won't you ride your white horse?
2. I dropped a deuce. I remember getting a 2 in a while. It's going to be an old question.
Alright,
So
number
we can-
question 2. Glizzick, my friend, who's not really my friend, you have 1 minute to tell me who did Kruger fight in his first blood pit fight?
The two-headed troll. And we guessed the name of the knoll last time. Not the name of the troll last time.
That is incorrect.
No, that's correct. It was the two-headed troll, but I don't remember the name of it.
It was not the two-headed troll.
And his first thing, oh,
Kruger did not fight the troll.
he was throwing the guys around. Yeah. No, they had a name.
Alright, Raz, roll me a 1d20.
I got a real dice for mine.
Alrighty, number 8. Alright, Raz, you have 1 minute to tell me what is the name of Zakara's rapier?
Fuck. I wrote this down, but then I closed it without saving, I think. No, it started with a D.
These nuts.
D's nuts. I'm gonna have to go off of memory here. I'm gonna say Dagon.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
I made fun of it in the Discord chat.
Who reads
All right.
Discord?
Kruga, roll me a 1d19.
Dagar. The dagger. Wait. The rapier. It's a very confused blade.
13. This is an easy one. Easy point.
Oh boy. I'm scared.
Kruga, you have 1 minute
Old music car.
to tell me who is Hasley.
Snowball. The car's sister.
That is correct.
Or Zazel's
Uh,
sister.
Thought she was a cat folk, but she's really just shown herself to be a little bitch.
Wow. All right.
Correct answer
Party
was
got-
the weakest for sibling.
Party got 2 points tonight. Brings you up to 16.5. Here's the rewards available. There is nothing new on it, but a couple, I think one or
that
two
new
things are
stuff?
gone. Before Kruger asked, this is an odd session. It is 53. Because we all know he doesn't pay any attention to that.
It's also a prime number.
That means someone has to die.
Go Grunick again.
Hello, dwarf.
Maybe it was just Galgrim in disguise.
Oh,
So-
don't tease us like that.
So would the party like to spend any of its points?
I feel like we shouldn't be discouraged by the wand result we had last time.
We've got like the worst wand ever.
It wasn't horrible, we just couldn't understand it.
Hey, don't cast a threatening spell. Here's the lightning bolt.
We just have to use it as part of our entrance, I guess, to the
Wouldn't be against trying for another wand.
So you have a new broker, which is what Galgrim votes for. You can go for some wands, you can go for some healing potions, or some talismans. And of course, the +1 hero point.
I don't know. If we have to leave Hild for, we could maybe use a new broker.
There might not be much of Hill 4 left by the time we get back. It's overrun with it.
You do not know that. Get me, I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying you don't know that.
We don't know for sure, is what you mean. We did see the horde.
Yeah, but it wasn't that big of a horde. I mean, it didn't make you guys run away. You're a little bunch of little scaredy cat bitches, but
I mean, they have Mage College and guards, and sure there's other adventures there, so.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
plenty.
Balthamel did run away first as a little gaseous bitch.
Plenty of undead stock. I mean,
so what would you like to purchase? I see Raz threw his suggestions out there.
Half the group agrees so far.
Quizzic, you could live with anything.
See, another person admits that I'm invulnerable.
That's not what his wife
Invincible.
said.
I don't think that's exactly what I intended, but
I have infinite hit points.
I
Yes.
believe that's what you believe.
Bravest goblin in the world. Not saying much, it's a very low bar, but still.
Talk about goblins are very brave in the face of their mortal enemy, the horse.
I'm willing to try another one.
That's 3. You okay with an extra hero point too? Like you should do.
Yes, I think it's necessary at this point.
We ain't out of the woods in this place yet. There's a whole door we haven't gotten through yet.
Kruger, you want a magic stick and an extra hero point?
Doesn't matter what Kruger wants. He's been outvoted
I
at this point.
veto as the leader.
We veto
You're not the
leader's
roller yet.
I invoke my privileges as High Lord.
veto.
2 votes to 1.
All right. So we're going with an extra hero point for each and wand 2, correct?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Not your official kingdom office title. Better be High Lord.
I honestly, I think that several of us could do good jobs in things that we normally would not be attached to, whether it's treasurer or general or whatever, stuff like that. It's interesting. I just shouldn't be the strength and conditioning coach. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know what they say: if you can't do, teach.
There you go. You men, you lift heavy objects. Get real strong or I will blast you.
All righty. I need someone to roll me a 1d87.
Does anybody know what we rolled last time?
Yeah, it's like 28. Higher's probably better.
It was
I
on the
would think.
lower end since it was a lower rank of what we could got. But just know, there's a wand of Ledgerman in every rank.
Nah.
Someone gonna roll?
Meeting wings. I can't.
You suck.
You said 87, right?
87.
Fine,
Yep.
I'll roll.
Nope.
Nothing. Ras, nope, nothing. Forget. I cast modify memory.
On yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that even work? Can you modify memory yourself? Like, are you aware of the memory you're modifying? And then as soon as
So
it's
happy
over?
at all times. Nothing wrong in the world.
Oh, look, he's sleeping.
All the self-memory modifications, how the first false Hydra was made.
Alrighty.
Let the
He's
dog
rolling to see how many wands we get. 1d4.
It is a level 1 wand.
Well, it'll come cheaply then. Because you're paying 1 regardless.
There's the link.
What spell does it have in it?
That I do not know yet.
Must have a cast time of 1 or 2 actions. I like this already. It means I might be able to use this damn thing.
You'd hope that it's actually a spell in there that it's going to have a duration. rather than just be instantaneous. Otherwise, it just right.
But
It's lightning
it's
bolt
an-
again.
If it's instant spell, it just goes meh. You know what I mean? Well,
I mean, I guess at that point we have a level 1 wand that has a lightning bolt in it.
Although it does look like it takes an extra action, whatever it is. Because the activation takes 2 actions if the spell normally takes
Right.
1, or 3 if it takes 2. Which means I could only use it if it was a 1-action spell, because it would actually be 2 actions, and then it's an action to trick magic item.
so you could use it outside of combat.
I don't
True.
think you can. I don't think you can, because actions don't bleed over. They all have to be done within the same span of time.
Alrighty.
Might need Zargan to clarify that one.
No, you have to finish your spell in the same round you started, unless the spell says otherwise.
like my Horizon Thundersphere.
Correct.
Cast
It
for
has an
2 rounds.
option. You can extend it. Alrighty, folks. It's a level 1 wand of continuation of Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
That's useful.
It's just level 1 pass without trace.
Yep.
Yeah, lasts for an hour. With the wand, it'll last for an hour and a half.
And you might as well
And-
keep it since you're paying 1 for it anyways.
And if we keep it, is that random 1-2 going to go away from our bonus rewards, or is it still there?
You don't know. I'm not going to answer that question. We will find out in like 2 weeks. Actually, 3.
Ooh, pass without trace, you can only cast on yourself. Unless it's heightened to the 4th level, and then it's you and a group of people around you.
Still good for one person. Well, really, it's good for Glizzic because it takes 2 actions, so it would be 3.
Yep, that would take 3 actions
Is
to
it
do.
on yourself or on one target?
Yourself. Because it says you obscure the tracks you leave behind to make it harder for others to find you.
Well, we can always give it to Galgrim later when he pops back so that we can't find him.
We'd still find him. He has like 0 points in anything useful.
So you keeping it or are you pitching it?
It's the same price out of the way, we might as well keep it.
Yeah,
That,
may as well
that
keep
is
it.
true.
You can always just huck it for some gold later. Not a lot, but
And you don't have to invest wands, right?
Correct. Because they're limited. They're once a day.
yeah. So Glizzic, I
Unless
think,
you
is
overcharge.
pretty sneaky. He's got that going for him.
Alrighty.
So if you grab the wand of healing off of me, you could trick it, still use the 1 or the 2, right?
Yeah, Wanda
Just
healing.
not the 3.
Yeah, I just wouldn't be able to use the emanation.
But you still hit someone from 30 feet away. For D8 plus 8. Once a day.
Twice a day, if I was feeling lucky.
If you're feeling lucky, yes.
You don't mind breaking. So we can fix it. We got mucho mas crafting in this group.
You do have magical crafting people. You can repair it. But when you roll, there's a chance that it just breaks.
Yep.
Alrighty. So that's it for the free shit. Everyone can go ahead and give yourselves a total of 2 hero points.
That's not free, that costs us.
Quiet down, wing boy.
Winged Guardian lineage snap. It'd be fun if we encountered some ogres or something that were someone just really slow, doesn't read, and we bribe our way past the door, bluffing with our tax receipts. Looks very official. It's got stamps and everything. I mean, we're
It
supposed to be here.
does. It does look very official. Hopefully it's not just some forge that some guy conned you out of. But all right, who would like to do a recap of last session? What was that, Glizzik? You were saying you're it?
I did it 2 times ago.
Do I need to do I need to roll a d4?
Yes, because I want to see if Glizzik has to do it again.
It's gonna be wrong. It's totally gaslight.
All right.
Did it last time. I'm exempt.
No.
It's like tax evasion.
All right. This is from left to right on my screen.
I have a tax rate saying that I already did a recap this year.
Number 4. That is Kruger.
No.
Oh, we're getting the orc version. I see how it is.
Zug, the end.
The short version. Do you kiss her?
Let's go, Krugers.
I'm trying to remember.
It's the story of how you got your father's axe back.
Mm-hmm.
What's that kind of story? Move me back.
So basically, we turned around from the student quarters, started heading toward the labs. The student quarters didn't have shit because students suck. Made our way across the floor without incident. And as we were walking up, couldn't really see into the room too much. I mean, we had dark vision, but it was like really dark. As soon as you went in, like it all like lit up, looked all pretty and such. There was 4 little alchemy labs in there, and Raz was trying to figure out how to open the door. Kruger was sitting back by the other entrance to try and stop us from getting ambushed, and he did a great job of that.
Best job ever.
10 out of 10 would hire this guy as door guard again.
Raz managed to open the door. The trigger was the Masters, one of those. He's not quite sure if I remember correctly. And basically, as soon as the door opened, Grunik and his entire party just appeared out of nowhere, literally right next to Kruger. Don't know how they got there. Common bullshit, most likely. A big fight ensued where Raz's girlfriend got her throat slit, and Raz went and like saved her, and we managed to keep her protected as Grunik was running around like a little stumpy 2-year-old, not being able to catch anybody. And people, like, there's a decent amount of damage going out. Kruger was throwing people around, and then Kruger closed in on Grunik because he was after, it's Rebecca, right? Rebecca's her name?
Yeah.
Grunik closed in on Rebecca again, and Kruger made a promise to Raz that he wouldn't let harm to her, even though that already happened once. So he engaged Grunik and managed to grab him tight enough to fully restrain him and then knock the weapon out of his hands. And he tried to recall it into his hands, but he couldn't because he was restrained because he's a little bitch. And then Zakar came up and put the axe into her bag of holding, and then, like, there's a lot of magic thrown around. Glizzik basically wiped out all of the extra lackeys. There was some blind pepper bombs, there were stabbings, you know, the usual things we do. And as it got toward the end, Kruger got the final blow on Grunik and continued to attack him repeatedly, even after his body was already limp, just enraged at the memory of this guy decapitating his father with his own axe. And don't know if Grunik was dead or not, but all of a sudden this shaman just appeared out of nowhere and ported himself and Grunik away without the axe or his clan dagger.
Or his what?
His clan dagger.
Oh yeah.
Yep, which we got earlier. I added pictures to your entire story. In
Great,
general.
great dwarven insult.
I like it. I love it.
Kermit Amberfrog died.
And then Raz was basically like catching up with Rebecca, and we kind of stopped
Making
there.
out.
Didn't get too much further than that because Zargan's like, no, you don't get any loot until next time.
You're right, because it was like 10 to 11, and I wanted to stop somewhere with a good point instead of right in the middle of looting. So that is pretty much
Also,
what
Raz
happened.
didn't heal anybody. I wouldn't put that out there.
That's because
Oh, I'm
Raz
pretty
was a
sure I
little
got
bitch,
healed
and all
up.
he
That's not
did was run around.
I healed a couple people.
Oh yeah, there's a wall of mouths. That was gross.
Mm.
Thank you very much. That was all me.
Someone played a little bit too much Terraria.
Which hit no one. Thank you very much. That's my new high level spell.
Well,
Hey,
if you have a
it kept
choice,
people
why
from
the hell
advancing that
why
way.
the hell would you go near it?
If I was close enough, I definitely would have thrown somebody into it. But
It did its job of deterrence.
All right, so combat is over. Kruger was crying and yelling about Grunik getting away until Zakara pulled the axe out of her bag, and then that mollified the crazy orc. And then you guys were then kind of calmed down, tended a couple wounds, and then all your eyes looked into the large chamber beyond the vault door as greed filled your hearts. Ain't that right, Zakara?
I don't think it's greed if it belongs to you.
I think you could definitely still have, yeah. I think greed still applies.
So, it is it's like mid-morning. What would you like to do?
let's get our loot and join the horse meat feast that I'm sure we'll end up getting back to.
Once everybody's more or less taken care of, I mean, I know there's still some touching up to do, especially on Kruger. I think I did a battle medicine on you.
I don't think you even battle medicine me. You basically say good luck, buddy, and ran off after. Yeah, I don't have your battle medicine debuff.
A battle medicine. I know Rebecca was one. I think I got someone else. I
I
thought.
think you got Blizzard.
You got treat wounded on me, I think, because I don't see wounded on my thing, and I
Oh,
went
yeah,
from
you had-
4 hit
That's
points
right. It was Glizzic.
up to 43. So you gave me 39 back or something, or as a group, because I think I
Yeah.
did like my tattoo and small stuff like that too.
Because you rolled two. I think you rolled two.
I
Didn't you
rolled
roll
like
crits?
No,
'Cause
I just did assurance, and then I remember I rolled like 2 1s.
Because you healed Rebecca.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
you healed her for 17. She only has 10.
Yeah. Go figure, huh?
NPC. Non-combat and
I was about to say, why did
Literally-
Grunik only have 10 health?
Literally a fucking war veteran, but all right.
Well, just glad you laid on hands on her and saved her life.
she enjoyed him laying his hands on her.
I think
She
most
was
people,
unconscious when that
I
happened.
think most people would prefer that over
She still
having
liked
their
it.
throat open on the ground.
She still
Raz
liked it.
pulls out the staple gun, clack, 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 right on her neck.
And then he
No
realizes,
problem.
shit, I stapled it down into the floor. Oops.
Scooby Doo Fred picture. That's my kink.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Once everyone looks like they're more or less fine at the moment, I'll be heading into the vault. I'm interested in everything, but predominantly I'm going to be focusing first and foremost on the table at the end there.
All right,
that I
let
was
me go
completely
ahead
interrupted.
and remove some effects on people.
There went half of Kruger's block.
Yep.
Yeah, my quicken is probably gonna end. Yeah, but it was nice while it lasted. Got the Kaita fighter who didn't take sudden charge around. That's the secret of gnomic
Yeah.
ingenuity. We don't know what we're doing. It just happens to work. It's the fate. It's the fate nature.
I like to imagine you have like
Alrighty.
a 2-year-old's understanding of healing people and be like, ah, yes, this thing is moving when it shouldn't. I need to put duct tape on it. Oh, it's not moving when it should.
Put some oil on it.
Pretty much. Everyone is a machine.
All right, so you guys kind of start, slowly recover, gather your wits again, pick up anything you may have dropped. Sakara's looking at her nice new clan dagger, and you guys one by one go into the vault.
Yep, I'm heading to the back to that table
All right.
or alcove or whatever.
Is everyone searching, or what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna be rolling the dwarves to see if I can find any clues about where Grunik's like base, whereabouts, who that shitter was that teleported him out, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Also valuables, obviously.
Yep. All right, let's start this off with the stuff that's easy to do and see. Go ahead and open up the party inventory. On the dwarves, Kruger finds the following.
Fingers, toes, heads. These are all things we could take. Keep in mind, we are eating those guys for dinner. That was my plan last time. Remember?
Nasty.
And you're like, well, they're not really dwarves, they're human. Like, still, we don't have any humans at the party. We don't care.
You find a bunch of money, 250 gold, 130 silver, 48 copper, as well as the two more powerful fighters. Both their battle axes have runes on them. In the vault, you can easily find the following.
That's a lot of damage.
Ah.
Flex tape. Ah.
That's what your elixirs are, is just flex tape in liquid form.
Yep.
Spackling.
Yeah.
So you guys easily find, as you're kind of going in and picking stuff up and looking around, you find 6 alchemical components, bits and pieces of stuff that's fallen off the shelves that have value. You find that elixir, a bunch of stuff in there, other stuff in there, some magical components, and then some more magical and rare alchemy components as well. They're all in the item list now, as well as items that are there, but you're not really sure what they are.
So you don't want us to roll for stuff, we're just grabbing everything?
This is what you guys spend about 10 minutes kind of just walking in, looking around, grabbing stuff that's obvious, while Kruger's out there searching all the dead. I'm actually surprised you guys remembered to do that, because you never fucking do it. And it netted you a nice chunk of cash and possibly some magical weapons.
Kruger doesn't give any of it to anybody. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so you spend about 10 minutes just kind of walking around, gazing, finding the obvious things. What else would you like to do now? You want to start identifying things? You want to keep looking? What would you like to do?
Was there in that pot? Because I see the bottle of glowing green liquid that was the big thing I was here for, and then the scrolls and papers that were on that table as well. That's in here as well. Is it like
no, that is part of the searching, because there's a bunch of stuff. Some of it's good, some of it's not. Searching would help you identify that.
Yeah, let's start going through that, because the bottle's valuable, sure, but the notes that are next to it probably also. Hopefully.
Okay.
Not new.
So, if you would like to search in the vault, go ahead and roll me your perception.
I would like to search, and I also have expeditious search.
That means you do it quicker, correct?
Yes.
Too bad you're taking 10 minutes, because that's what everyone else is doing.
Well, can search twice.
I can find twice as many things, right?
You can do it in 9 minutes and 59
Nope.
seconds.
That's probably as good as it's going to get for me, so I'm going to keep that.
I'm gonna I'm gonna search the guys more in depth because, like I said, I want to see if I can find like any like communiques or any identifying information.
Like they're dwarven prison wallets or something?
They're not dwarves.
They're human prison wallets?
They could have it.
Well, are you planning on searching in the vault, Kruger, or not
No, I'm not searching in the vault.
at all?
My like, that's as far as Kruger is concerned. That is Raz's domain. He won't know what the fuck he's looking for in there.
Okay.
But he can look at these guys. He can try and figure out where they're like hiding random shits or anything else like that. Because,
You
like I
find some
said,
random
finding out
turds.
what happened to Grunic, where they may be, so he can complete his revenge, is going to be
Okay.
a pretty high priority for him.
I'm only trained here. Everybody else is way off. Did you guys throw like beats into it?
No, that's
No.
all classes. That's class based mostly.
I don't get my expert until 11th level. Okay.
You're a
And
spellcaster.
I thought Alchemist had a slow freaking perception progression.
Slow burn.
Alrighty.
My thing I need for nature.
We'll go right down the list. Razavir. You got a 28. Alrighty.
I'm just a whisker ahead of the catfolk.
Oh man, that's stupid burn.
You find that.
I find what?
An unknown map.
Raz and
He's
his
good with
fucking maps.
Roll me 2d6, sir.
Oh, did you want him secret?
No. You find 9 more useful like pouches and such of alchemy stuff.
Yeah. Now, if I understand these components correctly, this can just basically help cushion the cost of crafting, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Roll me a d4, Raz.
How many sanity points you lose?
You find 1 grouping of rare components.
Yeah.
The only difference between them is what the value is.
Right.
Also, Raz, roll me another d4. 3. You find 3 useful magical components.
Yeah.
Roll me d2.
Oh.
Hey, Krug, I think we're gonna need you to carry some stuff in here.
You find
Oh, I
2
get it. It's like, what the fuck
2
are you-
rare magical components. Okay.
All my 7 days to die speed looting is coming into handy here. I'm not even looking. I'm just grabbing.
I hit R. Give me it all.
Give it all to me. I got points in it.
And you find 2 unknown scrolls. And then I need you to, last thing to roll is a 1d8. Lots of stuff here to find if you guys can find it.
Cast bar is going, and I see the loot progressively just going.
If we get
Come on.
items, I do have Raid Aura to try and help make sure they're magic too.
A mob aggroes you and hits you right before it finishes. You have to start over once you kill it.
Quit downloading
That's-
porn.
That's the short-term fable. You root them, make them watch you finish, and then kill them.
Bio.
Roll me that
You make
d8,
the
Bio.
The coins are all baby mimics.
I thought I did, but apparently I did not put it in the tray. What the fuck?
Coins are all baby
because I
mimics that
found the
attack
tracker open, and I was
just
Alright,
before you finish your
2.
long rest every time.
Alright, you find 2 pieces of ammunition. Alright, that's it, Raz. Get the hell out of here. You are done and useless.
Useless.
Oh, I'm just getting started. This is just a table.
All right, Zakara. No, this is the whole area you're searching.
This is just
So-
table.
Before we do this, do we get to search more after, or is this our only roll?
This is your roll for the whole vault.
Can I use a hero point?
If you wish, yes.
Can I come back in
as
a few
well.
days and have the loot respawn?
No.
I can't wait for this to be a 3.
No, right?
Can this area be taken to give some sort of benefit to a future kingdom? I forget the term.
No.
You know, own the zone. Oh.
Ooh,
Aha!
God damn
I
it.
was close.
So Glitzik went
I
up to a
approved.
25.
How'd you do, Zakara?
And Glitzik dropped to a 20.
No, Zakara dropped to
Yeah,
20. Let's
that's
go
what-
through
yeah.
25.
That's what I said.
Uh,
Alright, Zakara. You went from a 27 to a 20. You dropped 2 categories.
oh god.
Greed.
Roll me a d6.
It was a middle roll. You had a good shot.
6. You find 6 alchemical components.
I should know based on previous hero point rolls.
Roll me a d2. 1 magical component. And you find 1 scroll. Alright, that's all you found, kitty cat. You could have done so much better.
Yes.
Been a contender.
Yep. Glizzik. You went from, what, a 24 to a 25?
Yep.
You stayed in the same group.
Aha. Excellent use of a hero point.
Roll me 2d6, sir. I really thought you guys would roll fucking better. 7 more
Roll the
alchemical components. Roll me 1d4. 4 magical.
Could be able to make so many drugs.
And roll me 1d2.
All of this stuff is like a discount on one drug.
No,
2 scrolls.
catch me scrolling and Aiden.
Alright.
Don't forget Kruger's 33. These dead dwarves are just full of
Kruger.
stuff.
I'm gonna give you your 33, not only on the dead but also the vault, because you would search as well. There's no reason why you wouldn't.
Okay.
And with the poor performance by a couple of your members here, you guys need the extra boost.
Poor performance indeed.
33 for Kruger.
Kruger
Second
comes
highest-
in, like, his hands are all like bloody from like reaching into the dwarves. See if there's anything in there. He just comes up. What's up?
Second highest category, Kruger. First of all, there's nothing on the mercenaries out there other than what you found.
Boo.
There's nothing in the mercenaries either.
Nope. Roll me
Got it.
2d6.
Elbow deep cavity.
So we carry the rubber gloves on it.
8 alchemy components. Roll me 1d6. 5 rare alchemy components. Roll me 1d4. 4 magical components. Roll me 1d2.
Sargon, he's not really rolling them. He's just dropping them on the table, man.
Oh, why did it roll? Oh, okay.
1 rare magical component. 3 scrolls.
Good table.
And roll me a 1d8 for the extra. And another piece of ammunition.
Here I'm thinking Glizzik would be a good assistant. Apparently, I need to get a name tag and uniform for Kruga.
Oh, isn't he
Stop
your
trying
nurse?
to make me assistant in all of your nursing endeavors.
We found stuff. We're just too weak to carry it. He's just carrying whole armloads of stuff out with him because he can.
No, I know the real reason.
Y'all are shopping. I'm playing supermarket sweep.
Right?
I'm taking everything. The secret here
Clearing
is
it off. We'll figure it out later.
Get the hams. Get the hams.
Kruga's just taller. He can reach the things that you weren't able to see.
Yep.
Yeah, there's that.
He can reach the top shelf in the alcohol row.
It's for the good stuff that's unused.
Yep. All right. So you guys spend about 15, 20 minutes searching this vault. And this is all the useful equipment and items you have found. Now, you found tons of stuff, you know, alchemy components, magical components on the floor, stuff broken, you know, not usable anymore. Ton of books and scrolls that are faded or water damaged or whatever. But this is what you found that might be useful.
So I would like to take exactly five of those things that are useless for payment for the goblins for watching our horses.
Sure.
Just junk that they'll be like, yay, ta-ta.
Hand them a bunch of broken shit, and they somehow make a great sword out of it. Don't underestimate goblins.
Somebody's got jury rigging. That's a skill.
That's literally like a freaking feat at level 1 for goblins, just to make fucking weapons out of nothing.
Yep. But
I had such cool shit for you to find too, and you guys didn't find shit.
Just let's roll again.
Just give it to him. Don't make us roll. Just give it to him.
I can't just give it to you.
Sure, you could do it. Real cool.
Let the lady who invested into searching twice as fast, like, advantage on a roll. I don't know.
You know what? No, I will let her search twice.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Can I assist her
Nope.
using Readora?
No,
To try
because
and
you
find
are
magic
you are still searching. So, Zakara, roll me
Go get the
perception.
hams.
Use your other hero point. Come on, you know you
Feeling
want it.
lucky.
Oh, I'm not feeling lucky. I don't
You
know.
have a better than even chance of rolling better. 11 or higher. 45% chance less, 5% same, 55% better.
Sure, let's screw both rolls.
All right, spend your All right, roll it.
The real reason Zargan allowed a
Don't ever
reroll.
listen to the goblin, by the way. I'm just here for chaos.
Just saying stuff.
There you go.
I mean, totally my idea. Yes, credit.
Alrighty, just so you know, Zakara, 26 and 30 are in the same bracket.
God damn it. Just so you know that I
Keep your
wasted got it.
watches down.
Yep, just so you know that you wasted it. Yep, exactly.
Just so you know, so Zargan got the last laugh.
Alright, you are in category grouping 4. So I'm not going to give you all the extra things. I'm going to give you 2 formula scrolls. So you're up to 10. And I'll let you roll an additional D8 for an oddball item. Alright, okay. Would not say the best item on the list, but there you go.
What do we get?
Fastest I ever used both hero points.
What do we get?
A strange alchemical item.
I know what this is, and I want to identify it, but not right now. I'm going to let Kruga and Zakara fight to the death for this one.
So, some of those items are alchemical in nature, which means it's for the alchemy person to identify. A couple of them are magical in nature, I believe.
Also for the alchemist to identify.
If
Fuck
he wants,
have
correct.
religion.
I don't know if you've opened up one of the map or the scroll yet. Anyone?
I have. Must spend 8 hours to decipher it.
Yep. Just because you can read the
Jeez.
language doesn't mean you can actually, it's like doing Sanskrit. Yeah, I can read it, but I can't It's not like you can sit down and just read a book in a Sanskrit. And there's a roll, just so you know. After your 8 hours, you roll a die and see if you figured it out.
I mean, the language has only been dead for how long now?
1,000 years.
Yeah, nothing big.
Latin's been dead for a while, but people can read it. Get yourself together.
Latin is not dead.
For high school.
Latin is a dead language.
Your
Spoken.
dead language.
It's a dead spoken language, yeah.
No,
But
bullshit. Go to a
still
Catholic.
active.
Go to a Catholic service.
No, I refuse.
Go to the Vatican. You'll hear Latin.
Do
You'll
every
Latin.
Sunday.
All right. So what would you guys like to do next?
After we're done turning this place upside down?
Yep, this is the loot you have all piled up into the pile of stuff that you think is worthwhile.
That's how Kruger does it. He literally grabs the room and just turns it upside down. Whatever comes out, that's worth keeping.
This I would very much like to have a look at immediately.
What's this?
The glowing green bottle.
All right, so you're doing the bottle. Glizik is failing whatever he's doing.
This is me gathering parts of bodies to cook.
Ah,
Cooking. Arms, legs, whatever. Well, I mean, you had inside parts you were taking out, so whatever. Make some sausage.
I feel like I'm missing out on things because my highest bonus is only 19.
you suck.
I've got feats for +2
But
All
they-
and an item bonus.
All
That
your
makes it
feats are
+3.
for athletics.
Yeah, Fables forget the other part of skill bonuses, the actual items.
yeah, I think 19 is the highest we can have right now without any bonuses.
All right, so Zakara, what would you like to examine? There are numerous magic items. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I will look at one of the axes with rune.
Okay, what about you, Glizik? Oh, you're harvesting body parts. That's right.
Harvested meat.
Kruger, anything you would like to look at?
One of the scroll. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll look at the backpack, I guess.
Okay.
Backpack. I miss a backpack.
All right.
Yeah, there's a leather backpack. That is
The
well
three of
used.
you go ahead and roll. Roll whatever your magic identification skill is: arcane, religion, nature, or occultism.
Yes, the religious nature of this backpack in the alchemy lab. Next.
Woo! I'll take it.
There you
Re-roll it, you can do better.
Fair point.
You guys happy with those rolls, except for Zakar, who has no choice?
Yeah. I know I'm not good at identifying things, so I figure.
You fail, Kruger.
What?
Zakara, you succeed. The battle axe is just basically just a +1 potency rune on it.
You get a potency rune. You get a potency rune.
Raz. A 40, huh?
On a natural 20. I just want to point that out because this actually could just be a success DC otherwise. If it's what I think it might be.
You succeed, Raz.
Is it a critical success?
Why?
Because natural 20 upgrades it one step.
Yeah, but what does a critical success on an ID mean?
I don't know. Bet I really know what this is. I just don't want to get it like, oh, sorry, the DC was 45, so you failed.
I have identified the one that Raz worked on. Kruga has no clue, and
Whoa.
Zakara identifies one of the battle axes.
Level 20.
Base DC to identify level 20 is 40, just so you fuckers know.
Yes, and it's uncommon, so it's actually 42.
Yes.
It goes up like 2. Yeah.
2 for
Kills me
uncommon,
all the
5
way.
for rare.
That's definitely something Wizard should
So
carry
you
around.
would have failed.
So I would have failed, so that would be a success.
Wow.
All right, that's the first round. Glizzy comes in with his wiping off his hands on some of the mercenaries' cloaks and stuff to get all the blood off it. He has a sack, grinning, sack full of giblets and pieces. Glizzy may join in on round 2 if you guys have more stuff to identify, which you do, but
Raz is definitely a little excited after this. It's exactly what he's been looking for at the moment. He's still over there muttering to himself. I'm sure Rebecca's probably wandered over at some point.
oh yeah, she's over there with him.
I even thought about asking for a second if she could like assist at some point since she had some training.
Why do you think you rolled a natural 20? She was helping you.
Yeah, we're talking shop over there. Very excitable. I think I figured out enough about this point that there probably wouldn't even be a way to recreate this without some other component. Like it's not just a regular old elixir you can just learn and mix some ingredients together. This requires something big.
It does.
Need that philosopher's stone.
Yep. Well, I don't think you need the philosopher's stone. I think you just need the juice out of it.
But you need so you need the philosopher's stone.
Or someone else's juice.
Or someone else's juice.
All right, round 2.
We have juice left over from gathering blood from Grinnick.
What would you like to do in round 2, folks?
I'll try the backpack.
I'll do the model.
I'll do the strange alchemical item after I pack this thing away. In fact, actually, just to make sure it stays relatively safe. Sakara's got the bag of holding right now, right?
Yep.
All right. Zakara.
Hmm?
Would you mind placing this in your bag for the time being and ensure that we keep this safe?
Sure. Did you figure out what it was?
I did. This could very well be the answer I was looking for. I think it required a bit more research. It's not something I'm going to be able to recreate. It is extremely complicated.
Just chug it.
But even if I cannot recreate it... Oh, hi. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Chablina.
Hi, Christina.
Megan says hi.
Hi, Chip.
Oh, I see how it is.
Hi.
I told her you said hi, too.
He didn't.
And very much like to keep a hand on this, and in the worst of cases, this is very powerful alchemical creation. This could even bring someone back to life.
You definitely don't see that every day.
The epitome of scientific discovery, at least in this era for sure. And it was just laying on a desk here. Imagine what else they could have.
Do you think you could reverse engineer it?
Even if I could figure out the rest of it, I believe I know the base component of it. It's a very potent elixir of life, similar to what I make, but it requires something else that is a bit more hard to come by. My research has any merit to it, it might require that philosopher's stone. At some point, may need to find out where that book went, see if there was actually any credence to it. Took a few copies of pages while we had it, and I suppose we'll find out here if those pages have any merit, as the Master's Quarters are quite tempting right now. But I don't know the pattern to it. It's somewhat of a legendary creation for alchemy. Almost a myth.
Kruger just like nods sagely. Yes, powerful shaman magics.
Still shaking his head in his own mind, going, yeah, buddy. So we'll keep this handy in case of emergency. Even if I could figure out how to, I do not have the components to recreate it. It's not something I, at least at the moment, can simply create every day on a whim. I can create half of what is needed with more research and practice.
Well, I will guard it with my life.
Well, if it's any consolation, it might be used for your life here. A little insurance policy, I suppose. There's, I do want to poke around with it a bit more, but see if it answers a few other questions. But at the very least, that is the baseline use that any of us could find for it.
Well, if that's the baseline use, that's pretty amazing for this place.
Wonder if it would wonder if it turn an undead back to living. Cause problems.
It's interesting conundrum. Like I said, you gotta look a little bit more into it. Can bring the dead back to life, but as with most things, there are limitations. You need to look into it.
So what would you like to ID, Zakara? The other axe?
Does the rune look the same on the other axe?
Looks similar, but not necessarily the same.
Sure, I'll do the other axe.
Alright. Everyone but Glizzy go ahead and roll, since Glizzy already rolled.
Human pork.
Human, right?
Woo!
Wow.
Hero point. I'm obviously very distracted at the moment.
You are.
Stop looking at Rebecca.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's way too many distractions in this place.
Alright. Start with Glizzy and there's 35.
Drive.
That is a success.
Hey.
There you go.
Kind of move spots.
An alchemist haversack.
Yeah,
What's with all the alchemist shit in here? What the fuck?
Why is there so much alchemy stuff in this alchemy academy?
Zakara, you succeed. They're both battle axes +1.
You did it.
Dual wield.
You said it looked different.
Yeah, someone else put it on there. Kruger, you got a 30. That is hilarious. That is exactly what you needed, Kruger.
I am the best. I don't know anything about alchemy.
You found a Matsier airship. It's a level 12 item.
Yeah.
Rare gargantuan? It doesn't seem 6,000 gold.
Raz, you got a 30. That'll probably work. Oh yeah. You got a collar, Raz.
Yeah. A fun time collar?
I don't know if it's fun time. It all depends.
I think it depends on what you load into it.
It could be, yes.
It's gonna be a fun time collar for Kruger.
Just so you remember, Raz, you can dismantle that to learn the formula, or to have a chance to learn the formula.
This is gonna end up being part of our freaking growing uniform.
If only I should probably maybe tell you when we're all done what else was on the list that you guys didn't get.
Oh my god, that's so much shit for vehicle rolls.
Just to make us feel bad about
rolls. Well, no, it's random. That model's about a foot to 18 inches in length, Kruger. About 6 inches wide and probably about 4 inches high.
More bigger than I thought.
And you did identify it, so you know there is a command on it that will activate it.
Whatever you do, don't say it and says the command word inside.
You're pretty sure if you rolled enough to identify it so you know what it is. You're pretty sure if upon uttering the command word, it will get big. Very big. Looking around, it'll probably fit in this cavern. But there's no way you can get it out of the cavern unless it shrinks back down, which you're not sure it will.
What?
It is a one-time use item
Okay.
It'll change form once. So it'll get big once and then it's big permanently.
Damn, discount mages in that era.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid shamans.
So you guys got left some alchemy ammo, Reaper's Toll, which is magic.
Why can't I see the image of the airship?
You can't?
I can't see it either.
Well, that's because I just told you what it looked like. You won't know until you do something, until you make it big.
What a cock tease.
You have to rub it and make it big, Bio. So basically, the only things you have left to identify are the two ammos, the great axe, and then of course all the scrolls and map that'll take hours to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we already agreed on not doing the axe until after morning prep.
Yeah. That
Okay.
way you fucking
Break the investiture.
Yeah, loses his invest.
All right, you guys have probably been in the vault now an hour total. I'm going to go ahead and flip the ammo because it's not a super hard roll. First ammo is Life Shot.
You ever want to play Anna?
Yeah, I was about to say.
This is literally fucking healing shots.
And the other one is Rusting, which is interesting because it does force damage.
A creature that drops 0 HE. Oh my god, it's disintegrate at a bullet. Oh, it has 3d8 persistent damage. Jeez.
So, this ammunition, Zargan, is it a particular kind?
No, it is ammunition.
So it's just like, as long as someone's got something to shoot it.
As long as you have telekinetic projectile.
Some of the item, nope, that won't work. Some of the items are specifically bolts, arrows, bullets. These are ammunition. They can be any of the three.
Gotcha.
so we choose what we want it to be, or
You can use it in a bow. It turns into whichever.
Okay.
So if Raz wanted to take one for a sling, or someone else wanted to take one for a sling, he could. Or if someone had a crossbow, technically, if Valis was still here with his gun, it would work in that.
Could it be a dart?
No, a dart is not ammunition. A dart is a weapon.
You're a weapon.
I am.
What kind of ammunition is this? Minor, lesser, moderate?
Which one?
Life shot.
The rusting's moderate.
I don't think Life Shot has a.
It does. I'm looking at the sheet right now.
Does it?
Minor, lesser, moderate, greater, major, and true.
Well, this one says 5d4 plus 7 hit points.
Yeah.
The bonus is plus 2.
Wait, I pulled up its little thing. Where does it say?
Okay.
I clicked the little thing to pop up the window, and it just says Life Shot Ammunition Treasure Vault, page 43.
Oh,
So
maybe you have to close it and open it again?
Oh, yep, there it is. So this is the 5d4 version, which is moderate, a level 10 item.
I added it onto it.
Eat.
Yep. I could have just told you the level too, because the level's on there too.
Wait, what the fuck?
What?
A dart is larger than an arrow but shorter than a javelin?
Yeah.
That's not what I think of when I
It's
see
not like a dart
not-
that you're
Yeah,
thinking.
it's not throwing. It's not like a throwing dart. It's like
It's a combat dart.
yeah.
It's a lawn dart.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that
All
rusting
right.
ammunition's nasty shit if we find like a freaking construct.
Or like an iron wall, anything like that.
It's
Because it'll
vintage,
blow a
you taught
5-foot
me
hole in it.
anything, you just keep hitting it over and over until it
Right?
breaks.
These are fairly useful. The 2 shots here, and believe it or not, this one has some elixir of life loaded into it. You can quite literally shoot someone with it, and it should heal them. Would probably sting, but that would actually be quite useful for those who use ranged weapons from time to time, such as Zakara. Though I might request that we save at least one of them. This is not an easy formula, but I might be able to reverse engineer this one. Can you reverse engineer? Can you learn the formula of shit that you just won't be able to make? Can you do like
No.
the formula? Okay. So just gotta hang on to it till then.
Yep.
Okay. As for this,
It's like
one,
finding a scroll of a higher level spell. You can cast it, but if you want to learn it, you have to wait.
As for this one, I've never met one myself, but these things are loaded with rust monster saliva. Those weird little bugs that eat metal. This bullet would be particularly useful on metallic things. Should melt it, disintegrate it even.
Metallic dragons.
Never seen a metallic dragon, but I don't think they're literally made of metal. I was thinking more along iron door, or perhaps some sort of big fancy metal golem. Whatever it is, I'm curious how they stabilize the saliva and keep it preserved. This is beyond my knowledge at the moment. I wouldn't mind if we held on to it until I could understand it better, but if push comes to shove, it's a very potent piece. As for this, he's gonna pick up the collar, and this thing looks like it's some sort of evil medical device, like you put around somebody. It's got the 2 little twin metal points that look like they would curve inward and stab the person that was wearing it, almost like one of those oh god, what are they called? The torture collar things. Except only the 2 prongs on the front and facing down instead of up. I forget what they're called. Anyway, I'd very much like to disassemble this. This, for those of you who are particularly fans of my mutagens, Kruga, and Zakara for that matter, this little device, you can put the mutagen in the canister back here, and kind of reads off of your biology, and when your body kind of enters that state of fight or flight, would inject that mutagen straight into your bloodstream. It does have a duration drawback. It wouldn't last quite as long, but you would not have to drink it, or I would not have to feed it to you. It would be automatic. So if I could find out how this thing works, take it apart and recreate it, and get a bunch of us, a bunch of different ones, that could be a useful one for the bulk of us.
Sounds like a handy magic to have.
More of a direct injection. Less magic, more just put it in my body sort of thing. But
More needles.
More needles. Less magic, more needles.
What if you have resistance to piercing damage?
Doesn't do any damage.
Yeah, it does.
It
Does it?
I think 1
One.
point of damage.
Yeah, it inflicts 1 point of piercing when it injects.
You can't, unless you can't reduce. Well, no, you could resist it, but I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I'm not resistant to piercing. I was just wondering, asking for a friend.
Depends on how much of an asshole somebody wanted to be.
Fair.
Might just be that you just don't take any damage, or that it being how you're doing it to yourself, it goes through your resistance.
I mean, it says inflicting 1 piercing and injecting the mutagen.
Yeah, so if you don't want any damage, then you don't get no mutagen.
I don't know about that.
It's the side effect.
That means an auto inject Quicksilver will do 1 more point of damage to you, Zakara.
Yeah, and but only lasts half as long.
And at least that point could be healed. Yep, it's same effect if you drink it conventionally, except the duration is halved.
And you get it, you take it for free.
Free action upon rolling initiative.
I mean, sounds worth.
I mean, worst case, what? It ends early and I have to feed you one that I would have had to do without this item anyway?
Yeah.
So for 133 gold, which seems like a very specific price, once I disassemble this thing, it's only level 5, I should be able to do it. Then I can make one up for everyone. Even Glizzik, I'm sure, could benefit from a mutagen. Just
Excuse me?
1 point of damage, that'll put him into bloody.
No, not Quicksilver. Not Quicksilver.
You actually have to have a lock on your component so I don't get into the accident and die.
I mean, ironically, a Drakeheart would actually do a lot of benefit for you. You'd gain the full AC bonus since you don't have... Well, do you have a rune on your armor?
Technically, no.
Bracers or armor.
It's bracers. They give me +1, but there's no rune on it, per se.
Well, it's an item bonus.
It's an item bonus, yeah.
Yeah. So you wouldn't get the full benefit, but it'd still be better than a +1, because I think moderates are +5 AC.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'd still get the perception bonus, the AC bonus, and it would still last like 5 minutes. I mean, the drawback is a -1 to will save, reflex save, and skill checks to recall knowledge, which you weren't really that great at anyway. Reflex saves, I mean. The will saves is going to kind of hurt, but AC for will save.
Will save is +15. It's not horrible.
Just so you know, there were 9 items on the special list. You guys got 3 of them. Could have got 4.
Bad.
Our rolls weren't that bad, Sarkin.
I know, just it's random.
Well, my first one was.
Several of them are you can only get it once. So once you got that, it made the 9th item available.
Well, I believe that's everything that doesn't require
time.
Downtime, yeah. So, we found a lot here in the labs. This leaves one door that's, I'll be blunt, I have no idea about the recipe of a philosopher's stone. As I said before, the item is practically a myth. I could guess a couple of them based on the notes I copied from that book a long time ago, but I certainly wouldn't know the path to it. I might be able to point out like 2 safe spots on the path, that's about it.
Hey, we don't have to follow the rules, do we? Can't we just have someone fly over it?
With rope.
I see no reason why it wouldn't
With
work.
physics.
You never touch the runes, perhaps it would work. I mean, it might only hurt slightly to try. Worst case scenario.
What if you need to do the recipe to open and unlock the door?
Well, the recipe was only just to get there, right, Zargan? Once you actually got to the door, it was usually some other way to open it, right?
Well, he just put you when Kruger got to the door, he just pushed on it and it opened.
Yeah, we'll just try again. I think the runes were just to stop the odd student from sneaking into somewhere they shouldn't be yet. But
you also have a feeling that those runes change, at least on the student in the lab doors, like once a week or once a month or something. They would change them.
Yeah.
Make sure people knew their shit.
You don't know the recipe for bottled lightning? Guess you know what you need to improve on.
Exactly.
Get in that pit.
Yep.
I'm assuming Raz is going to take the alchemist haversack.
I don't think it's been brought up yet, so I don't even know.
Have you looked at it? You should look at it. Yeah.
It's
That's
nice.
bag holding for you only.
Yeah.
No.
That
is not.
it's a bag of holding. It just has benefit.
It's 2 bags of holding and extra. You guys should open up and look at it.
Yeah, because the bag of holding 2.
It has two partitions. One only holds two bulk, one of which doesn't count. The other one is a bag of holding 2,
which is 50.
Yep.
Who's the mule now?
But it also gives you +2 to crafting checks to make alchemical things.
Which would be nice.
And it has an activation to get extra reagents or something during combat.
It also preserves mundane ingredients, food and drink inside it, so they stay fresh indefinitely. Does not work for magic. Basically. And water and such cannot seep into it.
I like how it says it also cleans itself.
Yeah, I saw that self-cleaning once an hour.
Hey, Bio, do you have a +1 item bonus to crafting right now?
I do, from some alchemist goggles.
Sakara, do you have any items that are magical for crafting? Because you got your crafting magical recently.
Well, keep in mind these crafting checks are for alchemical items specifically.
Yeah, I like the goggles I have just give a flat bonus to crafting checks. Doesn't matter if I'm crafting or not. And then while I'm crafting, I get another bonus from a feat, so that this haversack would stack with that.
Yeah, +2 crafting to create alchemical items. So I wouldn't be able to do that.
And once a day, if you're an alchemist, you can pull an additional batch of reagents. Well, not an alchemist, but anyone who has daily reagents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying if you just wanted to cascade the items. If you're not using crafting for anything other than making alchemy stuff in downtime, then that would make sense.
And technically, his crafting is also his healing, which may be a decent enough reason for him to also hold on to the goggles.
Yeah, the goggle, let me see. Inventory, vested items. Where is it? Alchemist goggles.
Are your magic gloves also an item bonus for healing or not?
They are. I think Zargan actually tweaked them because originally they were just medicine, but I think he included.
Okay.
How about your tattoo? Then when you start looking for that, how about something else?
I just want to make sure you don't have 5 things stacking that don't stack.
Hey, where are the?
He is the only one that can get all the benefit from the haversack, but anyone can wear it and use it as the 2 bags of holding.
Here we are. Greater Alchemist's Healer's Gloves.
That just means it adds it to your crafting skill.
Yeah, they give
so I kept them separate.
Yeah, they give a +2 item bonus to craft checks. So just in general.
For healing.
I mean, it just says they give you a +2 item bonus to medicine checks and restore the 46 + 15.
Yeah, so since you heal with crafting, you add +2 to your crafting.
But from what this sounds like, it's a +2 bonus to the stat, and that's it. Like, there's no caveat like with the crafter's goggles. Let's see. There they are, the goggles.
The healer gloves is only for healing. Because technically it does it to medicine, but you can use crafting instead of medicine, but it doesn't help your crafting at all.
Gotcha. I got a +2 bonus to when I'm doing treat wounds and battle medicine. From that, the alchemist goggles are a +1 bonus to craft alchemical items and a +1 to attack rolls with bombs. Although the bombs that I throw usually have an item bonus anyway. So the goggles with this item would basically be redundant with the haversack, because the haversack gives the a +2 to craft alchemical items instead of just +1. So someone else could use the goggles, even if they don't craft alchemical items, they'd at least get a bonus to throwing bombs for the rare instance that would ever happen.
Yeah, but no one throws them but you.
But this haversack would basically just replace my alchemist goggles. The reagent you can pull once a day. Says if you fail to use reagents by the end of your next turn, they're lost. But can you use them at the beginning of the day for?
Yeah.
Okay, so they can either be held onto as an extra quick alchemy, or used at the start of the day for regular item stuff.
Exactly.
Okay. Just as long as if you pull them out at any point, you use them immediately.
Yep. Got a bunch of money and alchemy items too.
Did someone look at Reaper's Toll or not? That is what it's up getting.
Well,
Not
we haven't
yet.
looked at it yet because we're waiting for the next day, so that
Oh.
he can't just recall it.
Just stick me in there for a minute. I can do it. Coming out.
I have no
It's
problem
cold
with it
in
until the next day, just to make sure there's no shenanigans. Like you open the bag and it comes flying out and slices off Glizik's head.
Next character. Sargon's like, damn it, I just finished painting that. You're also making a goblin. All right, fine.
All right, you guys spinning up some loot, or you guys can moving onward?
Let's take the haversack. I mean, if nothing else, that's a bag of holding we can dump a bunch of shit into.
So for the magical components, are those things for magical crafting, or are those things for making healing potions?
Yes.
Okay.
They are for magical crafting, which includes potions. So they are usable for a couple of you. So Raz gets the haversack.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he definitely gets the most use out of it.
Now I
Alrighty.
can carry things.
And anything else going to anyone yet, or?
Well, I think each of the small folks should get battle axe +1 because we don't melee very often.
I think Kruger should carry the elixir of rejuvenation.
No,
Mixes it up, just drinks it accidentally.
It's not even the same color as a regular healing elixir at this point.
He's colorblind.
Just drink it all. Collar of the shipping spider should go to one of the two melee folk.
Oh, rather kind of deconstruct it.
Well, I mean.
Oh, okay. I missed that conversation. Sorry.
Until we get to that point, I see no reason why we can't let someone use it at the very least.
Yeah. So if you guys normally mutagen at the beginning of the combat, it makes sense.
And Kruger drinks way more mutagens than me, so I'm fine with Kruger taking it.
Just look at him.
He's more mutagen now than man.
It's basically going to save someone 2 actions at the start to draw and drink. So whichever one of you feels like you need the actions more at the start.
I mean, I'm fine with taking it. Like, I normally need to move immediately in combat. Because I don't have, like, any sort of, well, I do have range stuff, but I just don't use it. But I try to establish a front line of sorts to help cover you guys.
Give it to the orc. The ammunition, I'll probably keep the rusting in the bag of holding for now. We only have one bullet of that one, but we can give a healing shot to Zakara. I think she's the only one who uses, other than me with the sling I haven't touched since level 1.
Yeah, I have a sling too, which I have not touched.
Yep. We can give that to Zakara in case she ever feels like she needs to shoot an arrow, healing arrow at somebody for some reason.
Can you attach it to a healing arrow like that and be fine? She doesn't need a gun, right?
Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just ammunition, so it's blanket.
Yeah, for sure.
Even for the sling, it would work. I like to imagine it's just something that goes on, attaches on the front that kind of dulls the arrow, dulls the arrow and is just replaced with a syringe or something that injects it. It probably looks haphazard at best.
Question, because it's an elixir. Is it positive or like, you know what I'm saying?
It's an
against undead?
So there's no positive or negative.
Okay.
It is an elixir of life.
I just thought that'd be cool if she could sting a vampire with an arrow that had that in it and from the inside. Blah!
All right. Anything else?
I think the airship should go to Kruger because he's the only one that knows how to use a ship. Because he's a sailor.
That's a fair point. He's got the most experience. I don't even know if we could use his airship as... How many crew members does it take to run an airship?
At least one.
You don't know.
You can put just the airship in the haversack or whatever for now.
Hey, we may have to use that to escape.
Yeah, so the haversack, by the way, Zargan, I'm thinking of just replacing backpack in my inventory with haversack. That way I don't have to move everything.
Just leave it there for now, and during downtime, I'll flip it over.
Okay. Literally everything that I'm carrying that isn't on me, like my healer's kit or elixirs, is going in that bastard.
Who's getting Reaper's Toll?
Probably Kruger.
I think Lizik.
I don't think he needs to use it though. Can you use weapons? Is it
Well,
improvised weapons?
You can use them. Do you intend to use it, or are you just gonna rip what you can off of it and then do something with the axe? Because the axe has unique aspects that are always going to be on the axe, right?
I'm not sure if you can pull things off of it, but I don't know. I had some plans for that. That would include some retraining in order to pick up battle axe proficiency.
Neat. You fight with the axe, and your shadow arms fight your unarmed fights.
It's even named after the Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Convenient.
All right, so Caller to Kruger, haversack to Raz. I'm gonna split the money up as well.
Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Support. Physical support.
There it
I keep
goes.
forgetting I have money.
I already dragged the life shot over to Zakara and called it an arrow, so it puts in your chart with the rest.
Nice, thank you.
Yep.
And we'll just throw all the components into the haversack. Just hang on to them.
Yep.
And if anyone needs them, feel free to come snatch them up. Because I know the magical crafting ones Zakara's probably going to want, and the alchemical ones I can use.
Blizzard can use the magical ones as well.
That's right, potion crafting.
Yep.
Well, I have an idea that she and I are going to work on eventually if we can find the formula, and then we will dine like kings. Kings, I say.
I can't make you two boulder parchment shears for my amusement.
So everyone earned another 63 gold here. 66 technically.
Woo.
You're all rich now.
Well over 1,000 gold pieces.
Richer than we were before. So, master's quarters, yeah. We'll try to see.
We're not Roger rich, but
What do you mean you're not Roger Rich? I have an entire boat.
I have a ship of my own now.
You are cash poor.
I'm not cash poor.
I'm flush in cash.
I have a decent amount of cash because the car bought some rune or some shit off me.
Yep.
Hey, Kitty, you want to come work for me? I got money.
Probably yes.
I'm pretty sure the cat's the poorest one of the group now,
Oh, that's.
or she has been
I have
She's
always
at
been.
negative numbers.
since
think I've
last
ever not been.
downtime.
It's rough being a marshal. You just have to spend your stuff on upgrading your weapons, and you have 2 different ones that you're doing.
There's definitely a benefit to the casters in the early game on that part, but once those armor runes come up, I mean, they're spending the same. That shit's expensive. I feel it's just different costs. Like casters are going to be wanting in like formulas and spell scrolls and shit like that in place of weapon runes. I feel like that's.
We've been chunking a lot though at downtime crafting too. So.
Yep. That's why I like the
It's
component.
usually the majority of it.
You mean like the armor potency +2 rune that's in that formula book?
Mm-hmm.
Or weapon potency 2?
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Put it on that great sapphire.
I don't think you guys can use either of those yet.
So, Rebecca, what
Yes?
were you doing before Garunik came to retrieve you? How did he get you on this venture anyway?
Well, I was working at the guild back in Idris as normal, and then I received a summons, and when I went to see the professor, Grunik was with him, and well, I don't remember much after that. I think they drugged me. And I woke up and I was in the middle of freaking nowhere with Grunik and his band of assholes, and we were on some horses and we were coming here.
Definitely seems probable. Seems he had a caster with him. A caster who knew teleportation magic, apparently. It's my understanding that makes them quite powerful. Glizzik, you're the subject matter expert in that regard. You know,
Expert, you say?
yeah, at least when it comes to slinging spells, yes.
Yes.
What do you know about teleportation? Well within the
It lets you go from one place to another.
well within the mean.
I'm a primal caster. I'm not like Valis. I don't have. That's not one of the things I normally do.
Is it just outside your purview, or something that you could simply?
Maybe as a ritual that we haven't had contact with yet. I might down the road, but I'm more blasty as far as my spells, either heal or damage.
Yeah, teleporter is arcane or occult, and that is not
While
you.
you are
How
talking,
about we allow?
can you heal my wounds?
Sure.
I have a feeling I may need this healing if I'm to cross the floor.
So you think he's gonna heal you with magic, but he gets out his medicine bag, which he hasn't used in about 5 levels, and starts
Blows the
walking
dust
towards
off.
you. Now I'm not as good as Raz, but I do come cheap. I'm free.
I do come cheap. Yeah, there's a little bit of morbid curiosity of how well Glizzik's skills have progressed, but
let's see.
Don't make me
medicine.
throw you into one of these fucking pits.
If you're not
Medicine
so sure,
is plus 13. That's not
so,
horrible.
If you're not so sure, Glizzik, perhaps I can take the lead on this one, and we could take a rain check. We might be throwing Kruga into those glyphs soon on accident.
Are we resting after this? Do you want me to use some spells? I can use some spells.
I can just touch him up. We have 10 minutes to speak and talk anyway.
It's that kind of doctor, huh? That you're playing with. You want to touch him up? I see.
Dr. Touchy Feely.
You're more than welcome to help me if you wish.
Sure.
Give him the bite stick.
All right, so I'm gonna hit him with a level 1 heal for 1d8 plus 8 because I have.
I'm gonna refocus while Raz is healing me.
It's not bad. There's 12.
Hey, I'm not bloodied anymore.
Let's see. I think we'll go for a master check.
Ooh.
DC 30, I believe. Because he's pretty banged up. He's gonna need a little.
Yeah, he's at like half.
I'll give him one of your daily gonna go away elixir lives. I still have to.
Okay, so I get a +2 from the gloves. Let's not forget that, like I did last time. Look at that crit.
Nice.
Staunching that blood flow. Look at that guy.
I'm only slightly showing off for the intellectual peer that's here.
Wow.
Yes,
That is a crit. That's a crit.
That is indeed a crit. Take your 48. 48
Plus
plus 40.
Oh my god, I'm fully healed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be treat wounds.
You're welcome.
That-
Blizzard says.
Give him the treat wounds buff. Give him the,
Yeah,
give him the debuff.
Oh, man. Anyone else need my mad skills? Raz, you can do some work.
I can actually. That's right. I got ward medic. I can do multiple people at once.
Mhm.
Why don't I do everybody who's injured? Me, Kruga, Glizzik. What do we figure out? Is
How many can you do at once?
4, because I'm a master.
No, it's one roll for them all. But you heal different.
rolls
Was
are
it? But the
Well,
healing
one-
is different.
That
Why don't
sounds
you
about
let me
right.
aid you, because I can, with a plus
Was
13,
that what
I have
we-
a good chance of getting a 20.
Yeah, I think that's what we settle on. One check,
Yeah.
but everyone's healing is separate.
Yep.
But it's still
Let
a
me
crit.
aid you.
Oh, he already did the roll. That's what they're saying.
Oh, you're kind of the 42 for
Yeah,
everybody?
yeah, I'm using.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I'm using ward medic. I can.
How
do
many
4
can you do? 4?
4 at master. It'll be 8 at legendary.
So it'll be Kruga, Glizzik, and yourself.
Yep. Yeah,
I don't know with your plus 40 if you can heal both you and me, though.
Master. Here it is. This one's for me, and then.
Not that it matters. Oh, I see. You're saving the good heals for yourself.
Whoa.
Glizzik.
Did you just like
Wait, really?
you healed more than Glizzik has.
I feel amazing.
No such thing as saving the good stuff for Glizzik. I could freaking give him a band-aid, a Hello Kitty band-aid, and he'd be just fine.
See,
I
and
got more
that's
hit points than Rebecca.
I'm looking
And-
at the DPS meter and seeing all this overhealing. Be like, bitch, be more efficient.
and that's master level healing.
Mm. One day I'll get legendary.
Not for a
You know,
long
at this-
time.
You know, at this point, I still have a 50-50 shot of failing the check with a master roll. No, slightly less, actually, 40-60 because of the gloves.
I mean, it makes sense. It is like it's like pushing the edge of your expertise.
The most current one is always going to be...
Risky surgery.
I almost picked that up once, but...
I was thinking of starting that with Glizzik before I knew that you were healing. I'm like, I could do risky as a goblin. That just totally would fit. I did more damage than I healed. Job well done.
Make sure you tag yourself and Glizzik with the treat wounds.
That's right, because we're going to be spending some time in here.
Because that's there for an hour now.
Master.
Doesn't matter which one, just it's an hour timer.
Yeah, I thought they'll hold us. And during the 10 minutes, I'll be chatting with Rebecca as well. Mostly finding out, what was happening before she was taken. Obviously, it sounds like she either got a spell or drugged and then kidnapped, basically.
Yep.
What is your intention now? Grunik is gone, and I doubt it's going to be simple for you to return.
I don't know.
In the meantime, why don't you just stay close to us? We intend to investigate this place. This academy has been an amazing find. Hard to believe we walked right past it 15 years ago.
Well, I wouldn't say we walked right past it. I mean, you found it, but
Grunik did interrupt us, but even afterwards, when I found out what I could about the Matsier civilization, it sounded like whatever we would find down here would be dangerous. I was just waiting to find a crew to bring back here. Seems like that.
looks like you found one.
Well, they're an interesting bunch, but they're quite effective, and it's difficult to find people who allow you to do a little field research, untested, of course.
Oh, just like the old days.
Lot of sneaky surgeries in the past.
Yeah, but most of them were successful.
Very much. I've learned quite a lot in just a short time with this lot.
I see. You just healed them up pretty quick.
only proves what I've thought all along, what both of us have thought. Restricted science is the worst kind.
Well, I mean, it needs to have some limits, but
yeah, the worst of it, sure. But the restrictions we had on us for even something simple, it was suffocating. In any
correct.
case, I'll finish wrapping up Glizzik's wounds here, and apparently that's all the goblin needed to be back up and
wrap
full.
the gauze around his mouth so he can't talk. Perfect.
Completely
You,
around
you
the
literally
head.
just you threw in like a still wrapped Band-Aid at him, and it just heals.
Here, eat this bandage. You'll feel better.
All you can see is one eye.
Ow,
the
my
rest is all
eye.
bandages.
No matter how many times you try to wrap up the mouth, he just eats through the bandages.
Eventually, he goes up and puts a little dagger hole where the mouth is. He's your. All
Alright, you guys are all feeling pretty good, even though about an hour ago, several of you were, especially Raz, I believe, was near death for a few moments.
I was fine. I
Glizik
think
was closer.
yeah, I think I was like a little under half.
Glizzik's always
worse
closer.
Worse than I
had
usually am. I don't even know if I've been. I was knocked out once at the dragon, and then I think I can't recall another time I've actually been knocked out. So probably a close second.
Oh, you're bragging. Okay.
I never remember once going down. See the rest of you go down. Not me. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm on the floor, but I don't know.
Narcolepsy.
Mm-hmm. Sleepy time.
Yeah, sleepy time goblin.
Alright, you guys head back through the labs, through the thing, back down the hallway, back out to the doorway. To the rune room.
Do you want to try the flying thing?
Well, before we do, I actually thought of one more question to ask Rebecca before we kind of continue on here as
Yeah.
we're going down the hall. How did you all arrive inside the chamber, by the way? We had Krug at the door there, and he says he didn't hear a sound, and that seemed like
Grunik had some necromancer mage with him that he threw some spells on us. And one wasn't, it was invisibility that I know.
Is there like an arcana I can try it? Because that seems like a lot of people to do invisibility on in one go. Is this like a super powerful, souped up, like heightened invisibility? Does it affect multiple people at higher levels? Because I was like, what, 7 people counting him total?
4, 5,
No,
6,
8.
7, 8. Would have been 9.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can roll Arcana, sure.
I just really want to know if it's like within the realm of possibility for someone. Like, I know strong magic's out there that it's probably possible, but like, how like soon could someone learn that trick if they were a practitioner, like Valis?
Are you good with a 23?
I'll take it.
Are you asking me how magic works now?
Nope. I'm trying to recall.
You've never heard of anything like that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You're not a very well-versed caster.
Yeah. Most of my arcane knowledge is just secondhand.
Yep.
I'm just going to go with the theory that it's just a strong-ass dwarf caster. Seems to be a few of those.
They weren't
around.
dwarves. I know they all said dwarves, but they weren't.
Oh, I thought you said the dude that teleported in was a dwarf.
I thought Grunik was a dwarf.
Grunik only.
Grunik was the
The
only
rest were mostly mercenaries.
What about Amberjack?
Yeah.
Amberface was not a dwarf. He was a half dwarf.
Hermit Amberfrog.
On his cousin's side.
Well, all right. The dwarf leader and his non-dwarf minion. We vaguely remember the Philosopher's Stone, seeing it, right?
You never saw one. You had a book.
Oh, I thought we physically had the stone that we turned over.
No. The first job we did was a book that talked about the Philosopher's Stone. That
supposedly it included the formula how to make it. Supposedly.
Yeah. So I copied a few pages to see if there was any credence to it. But I mean, this probably wouldn't have been the first book Raz has run into that would have been just bullshit through and through. So he didn't put too much stock into it. It was complicated stuff, but.
I'm just trying to see if I could use hypercognition the innate ability for my RuneScarred things to do my 6 recall knowledges to mash that together to try and figure out the code. Or to help you at least try and figure out the pattern for it, because it's hypercognition and it's more occulty type stuff.
Yeah, but you really don't know formulas like that, especially alchemical.
Right.
If it was a potion, I might let you give a half a chance.
Yeah, it would be knowledge coming from like whatever spirits or whatever you wanted to say are part of the RuneScarred thing.
What you need to get your hands on is the gossip lore thing that Zakar and I have. Because then you're not limited by training or whatever. You just might also get like 6 incorrect/correct answers to everything you could ever hope for as a goblin. Some of this might be bullshit. Some of it might be true. Yeah, the best I got was like maybe I can identify 1 or 2 of these runes, but the Philosopher's Stone is like well beyond my skill set.
Even now.
So the plan is have somebody like go over and open the door, and then Kruger toss the heavies over. By heavies, I mean Raz and before.
The heavy lifters.
And then Kruger just takes the damage as he walks across the hot floor.
Are the doors that close?
No.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be 30 feet because that room's like 60 by 60. Right?
No, no. They are about no, the room's 30 by 30, so it's about a 20-foot between the doors.
Okay.
So, I mean,
but that's also 20 runes you're walking across if you're just walking.
He can leap. A little bit of running start. He can make that. Maybe slide across a couple of them, but we can heal that afterwards. I'm just saying, if you guys want to try, we could.
So, were we gonna try flying or throwing?
I thought we were trying flying first to open the door.
Yeah, and then he just throws us into the opening.
Oh, I see.
So I would cast, say, Elemental Gift on you, so you can fly at your walking speed. Okay, you can go over, try and check for traps, and then open the door normally while you're floating. You just have to use 1 action to fly each turn, so you don't fall in the runes. And then once the door is open, if it opens, then he can chuck us through the hallway and try and get a nice running jump and make it across the doorway.
If I were to be affected by that, would I be able to like carry people, Sargon?
We only weigh 30 pounds.
No, I don't believe so. Same thing with like teleportation and magic and stuff. If they're alive, they are a person, not just weight.
You can bring me back to life, right, Raz?
Seems like a gross misuse of a level 20 item.
Just so you know, there is no running jump from one door to the other because the pathways are not like pointed at where you're going.
Well, I have an ability that lets me ignore that.
Well, that's you. I'm just saying for Kruger. So you're coming back down from the north, and then you want to go to the west door. That is not there's no straight running jump there. If you were jumping from north to south, yes. Or from east to west, yes. But then you're jumping 30 feet and not 20. So I just want to make sure you guys understand what the layout is before you start making your plans and say, well, no, we can do this. When no, you cannot.
Do you want to toss a rope or tie my rope of climbing or something?
Doesn't a rope of climbing have to be secured to stuff?
Do something.
You can have it not itself. Yeah. So we could, you could toss me as a missile with one end tied to me and the other end tied to you. It's 50 feet.
And then when he bounced out the door, you could pull him back through the runes. And then when he's dead, you can just fly right over with them.
If you screw the pooch in your roll, we have a chance to at least drag you across the runes a little bit and then try and heal you or something. I don't know.
So you said the distance between the doors is like 20 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, at least according to the regular leap rules, I can, because of my speed, I can leap 15 feet horizontally. Just a standing jump. And
well, that's what you would get.
You can jump a greater distance if you use athletic skills, so there's a potential
Correct.
I could clear the entire thing once you guys get over there by whatever means.
Is that potential going to be a shoe-in if you were slightly faster?
No, the speed is only, it's like you can jump 10 feet if your speed's 15 feet, or you can jump 15 feet if your speed's at least 30.
Okay, so that's the cap.
Yeah.
Damn.
As far as like a secured thing. Otherwise, it's a roll, and I don't like. How does the DC work? Do you know off the top of your head?
I'd have to look,
I know it's pretty brutal.
but it's based on the distance. I
Yeah,
think
but
there's
it's
a
like-
flat DC. Then I don't know. I might be remembering 5th edition, so I don't want to say.
I know it's something crazy like after what you can guarantee to clear, it's like the DC's equal to the distance or something like that. The DC, so this would be for like a long jump, right?
No.
Yeah.
Long
Horizontal.
jump is you stride and then jump. There's no striding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
long jump has a DC of athletics check equal to the total distance you're attempting to move during the leap. So I imagine it would be harder from just a standing one because it's a DC 20 to leap 20 feet, essentially.
Yeah, if you didn't stride at least 10 feet or you attempt to jump in a different direction than your stride, you automatically fail this check.
I feel like the leap is just the safe one, and then the long jump would be the one you'd try to go any further with.
Couldn't he be striding before he gets to that part of the room and then leap?
That
It's just a
no,
weird
you have
angle, you're
to
saying?
you have to stride in the same direction you leap, and he'll be striding south and leaping southwest. It doesn't work.
Because his momentum would take him straight south.
With the
Correct.
With the
Where's
runes
the
on the
damn leap?
ground,
Make the leap. We'll pull you west with the rope.
with the leap thing, like if there's like how big is each square like that you'd be stepping on? Is it like a 5-foot square?
A square or a rune?
A rune.
1 foot.
Each rune is 1 foot.
Yes.
God damn.
Yeah, as I said, that's why I say you walk
That's a
your
lot.
20 feet. That's like 15 to 20 runes.
It's a lot of ingredients in this shit, all right?
I bet for the philosopher's
Well,
stone,
no.
you walk in circles around the room.
Even in some of that stuff, there's like 5 ingredients, but you have to hop between runes, and there are 2 or 3 between each. There may not be 20 ingredients, but there's got to be 20 runes.
Okay, new plan. We rest, and I just do all elemental gifts for my 4th level spells, and then take one as a 5th level spell, and we all fly over together. But we'd have to rest and do our daily prep.
That
Do you
seems like
want
a
to?
bit much.
It'll eliminate all this factoring out and stuff, and we'll just be able to fly. If the door's locked, the door's locked. But we need to rest anyway.
I mean, I'm good.
Besides, I could just do wall of flesh below us, choose the arms, and just have them pass us across. It'd be like crowd surfing.
If Raz is able to identify some rune like in between that I can land on, then it'll be fine.
Well, like Zargan
Do
said,
you have to hit him in sequence?
I might lead to.
We don't know.
As far as I know, it's just revealing the path. I don't think sequence was critically important. It's just revealed to you the right way to go for today's code or whatever it was. But Zargan did mention I could probably point out a couple of them, probably involve a check, but I might be able to tell you a safe spot, and then you can work from there.
I mean, I'm down for it. Like I say, like we test it out, and because we have the other doors open. Once we get that open, it's easy enough to traverse back to them, I would assume. Or even if you point out like safe runes along a path of another formula that would be like nearby, that would accomplish the same thing if we don't have to do them in order.
Damn, if the masters wanted to go outside to have a fucking smoke break, they'd have to go to like some other fucking door, then out.
Maybe.
Let's see. Well, we can give you a little insurance either way. I could
Maybe they just fucking smoked.
just smoked where they were. These quarters are smoking. I can always, give you a little bit of insurance just in case something goes wrong, like a numbing elixir and maybe a juggernaut one. Well, those ones stack. Numbing elixir at the very least would last a minute.
What are the walls like? Are they like completely smooth?
Completely, like if you're talking about climbing, yeah, they are fairly smooth. They're not completely smooth, but they are smooth.
Okay. So I probably couldn't do that then, because climb points out a smooth surface as a legendary action or 11 legendary difficulty.
Yeah, that would definitely fall under that.
Are you going to be doing any sort of athletics check or anything for this?
I'm trying to
If I'm
figure
just
out.
jumping, no.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Because the
figure
leap
out.
is just guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It says you have to do an athletics check, but the only two is a high jump and a long jump, and you can't do a long jump.
No, there's the leap. There's a leap.
Yeah, but a leap
action.
is just standard amount. Period. If you want to do anything else, you have to do an athletics check.
Yeah.
As in, you have to do a different type of action.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like what it's implying.
You could
Basically,
leap, or you could long jump.
Yeah, or you can long jump or high jump, but you have to hit those other things
Yeah,
in
but
order to be
right,
able to do it.
right, but you can't leap. I mean, you can't long jump. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I could still leap.
Correct, but then you cover a 10-foot gap.
At 15 because of my speed.
Well, 15 feet. You
No.
it's a
10-foot gap
10-foot
if your speed is 30 feet or more.
No, leap is you can do 10 feet if your speed's at least 15.
No.
Or up to 15 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 30. I'm on archives right now.
That's not what the book has.
You have to
update your book.
reading. You land in
My
the
book is the
Seed
newest
Rayleigh
edition.
bends.
Wow, that is weird. It's in the book in two different places and it's different.
Nice.
Under leap, it says, or up to 15 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 30 feet. But if you go to the excerpt under high jump and long jump, it says it's or a 10-foot gap if your speed is 30 feet or more. So it's different. Somebody did an update. So okay, no, you would be able to do a 15-foot jump without any roll.
So you just have to find one of the good symbols around halfway point, and you can do 2 of those. Land on a good spot and then jump again.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Well, I mean, you can do your fly thing and see if you can even just open it in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Before you commit.
Yeah. Give it a go there.
Okay, Zakar, you ready? You got 1 minute of flying after I do this.
Quick, leave
I
them.
said, are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Okay, there you go. Try to put the right thing on you. There. So your regular land speed is plus 30.
And your fly speed is 30.
Your fly speed is whatever your walking is without the status bonus. So if you're 25 or 35, whatever like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you
walk
fly,
on
you're
down, you
moving
get plus
30. If you walk, you're moving 60.
Yeah. And you just need to use at least one action to turn to fly.
All right. Well, I will start flying across. See if anything happens with the runes.
Oh.
All right, you fly. You kind of fly up a little bit and fly across to the master door.
All right. Take a quick look for traps. Then I will try to. The other one's just pushed open. I'll push this one.
All right, how long does it take you? That's just what? What are you down to? No, that's for pick locks, right?
Pick locks is now 1 action instead of 2.
How many actions for check trap?
Checking trap. That's just a perception check.
Yeah, that's just a seek. I think that's just one action. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll it.
Oh, we have the stupid thrice-fired mud wings too. If we wanted to fly over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if expedition search will help, but
no, that's just to do stuff faster. I was hoping you roll like a 2 because you got no hero points. All right, Zakara, you give it a few moments. Look over the door. You don't see any traps.
all right, then just try to push the door first.
It does not move.
And then I will.
That is. Hold on. That is round. That is 1 round.
Okay.
The laser turret descends from the center of the room ceiling.
All right. Next round for Zakara. What are you doing?
I am picking a lock.
There's no lock.
I'm going to try to figure out how to open it, or pick it, or something. I don't know what check that involves.
It is a thievery check.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
Might be a hidden plate somewhere or something like the secret door.
All right. From what you can see, you see no means to open this door. There's no locks to pick. There's no hidden lever. No nothing here. So somehow it must know you can open the door. Possibly you have to step on the correct runes.
Might be dual purpose then. Not only is it the path to get there, but it's also a combination.
Glizik shouts out, remember how we opened the thing? We just had to say the right words, remember?
Speaking of which, Raz, roll me a 20-sider.
20-sider.
Okay. That's one action, Zakara.
I'm just going to call out as I'm looking. It doesn't look like there's anything to pick here or open it. Raz or anyone, any ideas?
Make sure you say fun action for flying.
Gwizik mentioned the lock in the last chamber was password protected, and it's worth a shot. Try repeating this phrase to it, and I'll do the same phrase that the vault had in Metzir.
All right, make me a society check, Zakara.
Secret society.
Okay, you repeat what Raz says in the strange language as well as you can. Nothing happens. That's action 2 for the round.
All right, one action to fly. To hover, really.
That's the round.
Did she say it? Does it sound like she said it right, or is it just like a watermelon?
She was off a little bit, but it was close.
Watermelon mental.
All right, round 3.
This doesn't seem to be the case then.
What's the door made of? Can we bust it open?
Can I tell what it's made of?
Some sort of stone.
I mean, it's stone. I assume magical.
You can't break it open. Well, I shouldn't say that. You could always try.
Did we close the door to the students' chamber behind us when we left?
No.
Not to my knowledge. We didn't close anything.
Let's close the door to the lab and see if she can open it without having to do the code again.
Where's everyone going? Because right now you're in that hallway.
I mean, she can just go and close the other, like the students one, since we're at the lab, and then see if it opens again.
She can close the students, and she's flying anyway, and no one's over there. Close it, and then see if she can open it.
Flying to the student door.
Okay. That's one action.
Okay, second action is going to close the door.
Got it.
And third action is to see if I can open it.
Maven monsters spawn.
Which one? The student one, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Does not open. That is round 3.
Looks like we need to know the code to get to it, the pathway, which, unless someone feels like being the luckiest son of a bitch out there, we don't know. can't even tell you how long the recipe would be.
I'm just gonna fly back over to the master door.
Okay, one action.
And
Please open.
I don't know. I'll just do a recall knowledge
On
on ways to open a seemingly unopenable door.
Ways to make a philosopher's stone.
Sure, go ahead and roll me a recall knowledge.
I have dubious knowledge.
I have a feeling you're about to get some dubious knowledge.
I feel like it's going to be a critical failure in your future.
The door already is open. What are you talking about?
Do you want to?
No, you don't roll, but you're gonna spend an action. I have no idea what to tell you, but it's nothing useful.
No, I get one true, one false.
Okay, your true one is this door opens only with the runes.
The false one is you know the exact recipe for the philosopher's stone.
Although actually, the true one would, well, you probably may not even know what the true one would be, because there'd be only a master can open the door. So that's one. That's two actions.
I'm gonna pull out my crowbar, just kind of like hold it, like if the car wants to come grab it.
Who's ringing at the door?
Because anything can be forced open.
Do I have a crowbar? I do.
It's in your backpack, right?
Yes, I'll take it out.
That's end of round 4.
You're about to do an action. Wait, come back. I got a guidance for you. Take your +1.
Come closer.
Alright.
I don't think it's going to work, but hey.
Can we partially close the door? As such, we would have cover from whatever inevitable explosions about to happen.
I love that we're all like leaning out as far as you can to try and see what's
you
going
can go in
on.
the hallway and shut the door in front of you, yeah, and leave her alone in there.
No.
It will just be Terminator 2 with the fence as the blast hits.
As she takes all the loot that she has and just leaves. Wow, she's gone. She must have been disintegrated. All right, round 5. What are you doing?
I'll try the crowbar.
All right, this is gonna be an athletics check.
Before she does, can I try a spell from here on the door? It's low chance, but dispel magic, may get rid of whatever is preventing you from opening it. I could try.
They did mix science and magic. Might be something to it.
Proof that you are all shamans.
Are you
Can I
doing
try,
that?
Zakara?
Yeah.
Can't hurt it. All right, we have to figure out how counteract works. Sorry.
Nope, I already know. Make your roll your 20-sider and add your spell modifier to it. Pretty much a spell attack.
Kruger's making a grand unifying theory of shamans. Everything he sees just supports it more and more.
It's like we're developing our own flat earther right here.
He just heard you say that they mixed magic and alchemy or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
That
and literally
shamans are
anybody
the
who
same thing.
understands what mixing means that they're two separate things put together, but, you know, whatever.
They
Can I
can
just roll my range
intermingle.
spell?
That means they are the same thing.
My range spell attack is what we're looking at, right?
Yep.
Oh, so 20. And it, like in the picture, it even cocked eye on.
Targeting Zakara.
All right, mark off your spell.
It just removes the elemental gift.
And you're targeting Zakara, right? So her flight
Nope,
spell
the door,
fails and she
the door.
lands on the rune. All right,
Okay.
no visible effect.
It looks like it worked.
As far as I know, it's good. You're good now. Go.
So that's what Dispel Magic looks like.
I mean, it's abjuration. It's literally nothing.
What are you doing, Zakara?
Crowbar.
Are you trying to force it up, or you just want to try to open it?
I'll try to. I guess I'll try to open it first.
Does not open.
Okay.
So the spell magic did not remove it.
Okay.
That's one action.
Yes. Second action will be crowbar.
All right. What is that? Crew got +2.
Well, really,
crowbar
it's
just
0.
removes the
Oh,
disadvantage
okay.
you get for trying to, which I think is a -2 or -4.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an athletics check, Zakara.
I was almost a 19.
You want to spend a hero? Oh, sorry.
Too soon.
All right, that's action 2. Fail. You can't even get the crowbar in to wedge.
All right, I'm going to fly back over to the party.
Okay, that is end of round 5.
It was a good effort. Were it so simple, I suppose.
It was not a good effort.
Wow.
You didn't plant your feet.
I don't want anyone to die over it. I just figured we'd take a chance.
I'm gonna look over at Raz and say, how important is it that we open this door?
Ultimately, I have what interested me most. I have a curiosity, nothing more. And for all we knew, it could just be fancy living quarters on that side.
Well, I mean, you could always come back later, too. It's not like it's going anywhere. Nobody else is going to get in, probably.
I've certainly been standing here for 15 years.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab my mudwing, and I'm going to eat it.
Is it crunchy? I mean, it's thrice fried.
I don't know, is it crunchy? It's been sitting in my bag for a minute.
It is still crunchy. That's one action to grab it, one action to eat it. It's pretty much like a chicken wing.
Looks so dainty in Kruger's hands.
Let's go ahead and remove it out of your list.
Take the crowbar back.
Oh, she used her own crowbar, not mine.
Oh.
How about, just in case you get a little overzealous here, take this too. I'm gonna give him one of the numbing tonics to take.
Okay.
What does the numbing tonic do?
Gives you, for the next minute, you get 10 temporary hit points at the start of a turn.
Okay.
Makes you know. Comfortably so.
Where's this stupid mudwing?
I cross it off.
Oh, you took it off already? Okay.
Yep.
You told me to do it, and I'm like looking for it. It's like, where the fuck did it go?
No, I said I took it off.
Oh, okay, okay.
Ah, there it is. That's right. Zargan calls it a numbing elixir. Do I have to give him this effect temp hit points thing as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's probably the thing that actually gives it to him every round, huh?
All right.
Yep.
I am. So I'm gonna just kind of fly in the room, like get used to the wings. Just like fly for like, because basically, if you're talking in rounds, then like this would be the third action of this particular round, so I'd just be getting used to it.
Yep. Well, yours lasts for 10 minutes, not 1 minute.
So I will pull out my crowbar.
Yep.
And then I will fly over to the door, and I will try to force it open.
Remember, plant your feet.
Yep.
Are you planting your feet on the ground?
No, I'm planting them on the side of the wall.
Oh. Go ahead and roll your athletics.
Athletics. Do I have anything else that would help? No.
Oh.
And the failure becomes a success, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
A
just
39.
Zakara.
A 39 is a failure. But a natural 20 raises up to a success. Kruger plants in there, puts his feet against the wall, and snaps it off. Now, Kruger, roll me a reflex save.
All right. Reflex.
Because when you pop the door, you're going somewhere.
I'm re-rolling that. Time
No,
for a lower
the crowbar's
number.
fine. You see Kruger do this. You hear a big crack, and the door breaks open. Kruger kind of falls back, falls right towards the floor, and then an inch above it, he catches himself, and he's just hovering above the floor, right above the rune. He kind of floats back up.
We're going to have to get some more of these mudwings.
All right, Kruger. As you can see in the door now, you see the passageway goes about 10 feet and then ends in a bunch of rubble.
What?
Looks like that entire section has collapsed.
But at least you showed that door who's who.
You did.
I'm going to fly into the tunnel and try and to better assess the rubble, maybe dig for a minute or something and see if it'd be possible.
You
to make
start
any sort
digging
of
some more rubble comes down. It does not look like it. Plus, you don't know how far you have to dig to even get to somewhere that might not be collapsed. It looks like this stuff's been here for years and it's impassable.
When you say rubble, is it like worked stone or is it just natural rock that fell in?
Both.
Okay. So
looks like
rock to mud would work.
First one, then
possibly.
Okay.
If you had somewhere for all the mud to go.
Right. Well, it's spread out a little bit. But yeah. Maybe. The door's broken open for future now.
I'll kind of fly back over and just say the passage beyond it is blocked. It has collapsed on itself, and I don't know how much of it and how far back it's collapsed into.
Probably a good distance, judging by the rest of this place. Unfortunate, but again, my primary concern of this place has been satisfied. It was just a curiosity.
See, just gotta plant your feet.
And yet not plant your face on the roads.
There's a time to plant and a time to sow.
I'm just saying, good thing you spent that hero point, Kruger. Or else you guys would have found out what some runes do.
I mean, he's got 10 temporary hit points. It's probably fine.
Because Kruger would have fell prone, and he would have rolled 1d4 plus 1 to see how many runes he touched.
Klizik's just back there holding up a sign card ready. He either had a 1 or a 10 ready.
Yep.
It's just a matter of whether they're upright or upside down.
Klizik. That's like a whole Rebecca.
A 1-0 or 0-1?
We just start referring to 10 hit point increments as Rebecca's.
No, everything's a Raz or a Kilo.
Kilos, Razes, and Rebecca's.
So we're done here then.
That's what it appears to be.
I think we are. I mean, the only thing I was going to think is if that's an illusionary rubble file, but you touched it, right?
It is not illusionary.
All right. Well, I admit defeat. We tried our hardest and can slink away with heavily laden treasure from here. And like I said, we can always come back later if we have to for some reason. Maybe with Brutus or something to dig through the rubble.
Get out of here, Zarkin. Once they say their piece, essentially, Kruger's just gonna turn around. He's gonna fly out.
Okay.
Basically, I want to get out of the cave and I want to go up into the air and kind of survey the area and see if there's anything else we should be expecting coming in and maybe checking on the goblins.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I noticed you didn't say "and the horses."
What'd you say, Zergen?
What about the rest of you guys?
I'll start leading everyone out, guiding the path forward.
We're gonna step where he steps. follow the leader.
I only step where you step.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the expert.
I'll have Rebecca behind me, and Zakara can make sure Glizzik doesn't step on anything crazy.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Raz.
I'm probably least worried about Glizzik because, you know, he makes potions, not elixirs. But, I mean, following recipes is just as important.
Yeah. He's Zarga. Remember how I talked about using that sling that I've never used yet? I'm eyeing the back of Rebecca right now as we're crossing the room. It's so tempting. Alignment shift.
What's on your mind, Zakara?
Well, I know it's caved in right now, but do you think it's okay to just leave the door open? I mean, Grunik does know about this place.
Door's broke.
Oh, the door is broken?
I think the door's
Yeah.
broke at the...
When you
cracked
force
ahead.
something open, you break it.
If you, I didn't critically succeed. Never mind.
No.
Take
No.
a gas lamp.
There's
I was gonna say if you critically succeed, you actually open it without breaking it.
There's a gunslinger perk that lets you freaking shoot a lock open, and the best part is if you succeed, you don't even break the lock; it just opens.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a really weird one. But I'm not particularly concerned about Grunik pulling something useful out of here, and we've gone over this place top to bottom ourselves. Grunik was he was a bit of a lunkhead.
Asshole.
Very much in the might makes right sort of crowd. Doesn't give much thought to much else. I'm sure not much has changed in the last decade and a half.
Oh, except he seems obsessed with you.
And I did damage his pride. I suppose again at this point.
What? You didn't knock away his weapon or steal his clean dagger.
That's why
You were just there.
he couldn't kill me.
I'm taking the clan dagger out. I don't know why dwarves like these so much. They're not very good to wield.
Have you like a society? I don't know. Like, would I know the importance of a clan dagger? Being expert in society.
You can roll society. You're not a dwarf, so it's not free.
I'll keep it.
You don't know.
It's important to them for one reason or another.
Where's Galgrim when you fucking need him?
Out in the forests, away from civilization, probably.
So are you.
I know there's some cultural significance to it. Otherwise, it just seems like a fancy dagger. You know, dwarves, they are big fans of their craftsmanship. Maybe it was like the first dagger they ever made with their hands or something.
It is very fancy. I think it'll be fun to rub it in his face later.
Yes, rub that dagger into his face.
Pointy side
Stabby.
first.
Does it say what clan he belongs to on it? Or have a mark?
It has marks on it, yes.
We could go around spreading rumors if he sold it to us. Maybe that would be good. Tell other dwarves this.
Sure, it would go over well if they believed us, which shouldn't be too hard to do. We'll continue to lead them out the safe path. Formula of the day is bottled lightning.
Do you want the Tanglefoot bag back that you gave me before? When we were going to do the Ankh heist? I get that and a potion of expeditious retreat that I'm still just carrying around.
Oh, no, you can hang on to that. I've got 4 more on me alone.
Okay.
I feel like the batch came out a little funky, but functional. That's the one that got a quirk. It's like, it's still gonna do what a Tanglefoot bag should do, but there's gonna be something else about it that's off.
Just to rub it in some, I put a list of what you guys missed in the chat. I know at least 1 or 2 items in there is pretty nice
Oh,
items.
flamethrower?
Yep.
Yeah, that's that alchemical flamethrower.
A Flammenwerfer?
It's not even worth using until you have greater alchemist fire.
And look, you missed them too.
Yeah.
A worm vial. You know what that is, right?
I'd probably recognize it.
It's a
moment I saw it.
purple worm in a bottle.
Oh yeah, it's one of those bottled monstrosities.
Yep, it's a Pokemon.
They're so neat, but you can't like recreate them.
No, you can. They're hard.
No, I think there was something saying that you can't prepare them with daily reagents.
Oh no, correct.
You need like the component to be able
Yep.
to do it, like a rock feather or something for the actual rock.
Yep.
Or it was even something stupider. It was like you need something from like a dead rock. Like, how many fucking rocks are we gonna kill?
Well, for a batch of 4.
Well, if you kill 1 rock, you're probably gonna get more than 1 a feather.
Well, I don't think.
Well, not if you play Warcraft.
True, you wouldn't get any.
You harvest 0 feathers from this bird. Wait, what?
Theatrical.
What chicken is it?
The theatrical mutagen, which would be nice for Glizzic. A goo grenade. Alchemical chart. Nice shit.
Craft requirements for a bottled rock. Supply the corpse of a rock.
Yeah.
You shove it in a bottle?
Yeah,
That doesn't seem physically possible.
You basically you bust this thing and a giant ass rock, effigy of a rock appears, grabs like 2 things, flies up 90 feet and just drops them.
That's just what Jimmy said. This doesn't seem humanly possible.
That's it. That's all it does, and then it's gone.
The purple worm one's nice. It actually pops out and attacks people for you. Swallows them.
Just drench them in purple worm pheromone. They hate each other, don't you know?
All right, you guys are hiking out. You get out, finally make your way outside the cave. There's no one there. You don't know where the fuck Kruger went.
He's around somewhere. He does that from time to time. He'll be back. And if he isn't back, we'll hear whatever the hell's making him not come back right now. As it dies.
I'm going to head towards where we left the goblin boyos and the horses and give them their worthless junk that I brought them as their share.
Okay, well, you don't know exactly where you left them. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, you did, because you guys made camp and did.
Yeah, give him a direction.
All right, you guys start heading north. You hear...
As Glizzic kind of pulls ahead, I'll just whisper to Rebecca at some point. Maybe don't eat anything the goblin gives you for a while. He's uninhibited when it comes to what he'll put in a stew.
Gotcha.
Oh, is she human?
Yeah, she's human. What, do you think she was a gnome or something?
Yeah.
No,
I
she's
thought
human.
She was a halfling or a gnome or something like that. Yeah, just from the Vix.
As you guys are walking, you feel a breeze, and a Kruger comes swooping down right above your head and zooms off around and heads off to the east. Yelling, "I'll be back on Christmas Day!"
There's something you don't see every day.
Kruger's got the winter song, whatever the fuck Christmas is in this setting spirit.
He's Kruger Kringle.
I am the heat miser.
But you're blue. You're like the snowman guy. Sing like Arnold.
AFK, but I can hear.
Okay. Now, you know what that means, guys? We can say shit about him and he can't reply.
Zargan, so the count of the people that were invisible, was it 9 total?
Yes.
Including Rebecca or excluding her?
5, 6, 7. Counting her.
And then 10 if you include the wizard guy. Interesting.
That we know of. There could have been more that were still invisible. We saw. He could be everywhere.
I'm going to kind of look around real quick and see if anyone's staying back here.
All you see is the horses. And they're like tack and stuff laying on the ground.
Do I see any like footprints or like any notice of like someone like patrolling this area?
Roll me a survival. The only thing, that's a pretty good roll for you. You don't see any real footprints around. A little bit around the immediate area, and then what little bit of tracks you find head west,
Which is toward the
one
cave.
big group. Yes.
Okay. So you said they're like tax laying on the ground, so like their saddles and stuff. Is that what you mean by that?
Yes. I mean they're like ground tied, so they're still like their halters on and their stuff, but they're ground tied. So they can like eat grass and that, but their tax, saddlebags, that kind of shit's laying over in different piles.
Mm.
Aww.
I'm going to just kind of like glance through the bags and see if there's anything like worthwhile in them.
There's like bedrolls, some grain, some iron rations, just like supplies and stuff.
Can I just get like toss out the entirety of one like bag and then just throw all the iron rations into it and then just put it on a horse?
Sure.
So I'll do that and then I'll like. Is there a way to like kind of daisy chain the horses together?
Yeah, you can figure out a way. Yeah.
Tacking them all up, or would I have to tack them up to do that?
No, you can just pretty much. You can just put them on a rope, and you could take all of them.
Yeah, I'll daisy chain the horses together, and I'll start heading. Since I don't know the way to get back to the goblins from here, I'm gonna follow the tracks to the cave, and then go to where the goblins are from there. Do I?
Well, no, not from where you're at. No, but you know where the goblins are at because you have spent the night there.
That's why I say I'll go toward the cave, and then I will head back north, to the goblins, to where the goblins were from there.
Yep. Okay. About an hour after you guys get up where the goblins are, and the horses, surprisingly, they did not kill or eat any of the horses yet, but it's only been a couple hours. About an hour after you guys get back, Krugapol comes in with you hear some whinnying and stuff, and he's leading a whole trail of 11 horses. He pooped out horses.
Well, that solves our overcrowding on mounts option.
What's strange is I found 11 horses, but I could only account for 10 people that would have rode in on them.
Well, one of them might have died on the way in too, or something to the trial thing on the floor for them to come in after us, right?
We would have seen that though, right?
Maybe.
Not if they get disintegrated or burned up or whatever.
You think one person might have stayed to watch the camp?
I looked around and I didn't see anyone.
I mean, when they headed out, they could have taken that person with them.
It's possible.
Or they lost the person along the way getting here too. And it was just an extra horse.
Or
for packs.
Is Rebecca around here?
She's with you guys, yeah.
I'll turn towards her. Was there only one mage with the party?
Yeah. We had an extra horse to carry supplies.
Oh, there you go.
Well, sure, if you want the easy way to do it, sure, ask her who traveled with them, yeah. And Lizzie starts kicking grass and walks away.
Either way, we have horses now.
Well, you had horses before.
All of our original horses are still alive?
Yeah, you've only been gone a couple hours.
Oh, these goblins are keepers, though. They didn't immediately gut the horses the moment we weren't looking.
Well, Lizzie gave them all a bunch of food.
That's about as good as you can get it from a goblin.
I spoke very sternly, and then I rewarded them for listening at the end with some junk. So.
Oh, did you actually tell them not to eat the horses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very
Okay.
specific. Do not eat the horses. Here
I
is
think
food.
also
leave it alone.
threatened with punishment from Kruger, if I recall correctly, as well.
Yeah,
I didn't remember you telling them don't eat the horses. So I'm like, they're gonna eat the horses.
no, that's why I specifically bought so much extra rations before we left, so I'd have extra to give them.
Or else they probably would have killed at least one.
Just
Tell them not to eat these horses either. I brought back a bunch of rations from the collective packs.
hey guys, you know how I gave you food? We just got even more food. How cool is that?
Yeah, horses. Yeah. How many
No,
can we
no,
eat?
No. On the horses, not the horses themselves.
Their hair? What? No.
In the bags, but
I mean, we could eat
Better.
the leather, but that's not as good as horse.
no. Do these goblins have an int of 2?
They're goblins.
Goblins get a plus to their intelligence as a race.
Yeah, they start off with 0.
By the way, this conversation is only in Goblin because that's all they speak. So if you don't speak Goblin, you can't speak them with them.
That's fine.
I think half of you speak Goblin.
Or
Everyone except Kruger.
Well, I'm not sure.
Learn the language
Kruger
of a lesser
barely
race.
speaks Orc.
Doesn't speak orc.
I mean, you speak a bunch of other languages other than Orc, right?
No.
No.
He
What makes you
speaks.
think I know 18 languages.
He speaks
I am not an int character.
fist. He speaks Muscle Wizard.
That's because you all have like 37 int.
Because you're all shamans, duh.
Yeah, he started with orc and common. I think that was it, right?
Mm-hmm. And now I know Orc, Common, Jotun, and I know the universal language of violence. So that's all that I need.
The first language ever.
All right, you guys staying here for the night? You guys heading out? You can probably do a good half a days of travel if you want.
I suppose the next
Why don't we
question.
travel for half a day and then camp?
Now, I will say that your orc might be smart enough to bring back horses and some saddlebags, but he brought back no saddles. Or like
So-
bridles or anything like that.
It took you like an hour to get over here. We can go back and get that stuff too, because that's worth money as well.
Not
Plus
that
the
much money, but
Plus the ability for everyone to be on a horse rather than piling 3 goblins on a single horse.
that makes a difference, yes. But you don't need a saddle. Maybe.
Just
I can
use
bareback
rope and
it.
lash them to the horse again.
Well, my horse is now going to have 100% less goblin on it because I'll be riding
Mhm.
with Rebecca.
I'm gonna ride Rebecca. Ride the horse.
Save a cowboy.
Save a cowboy. No, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Whichever.
Yeah, if people want to go back, I can like ride a horse back, and we can go and grab the saddles and shit that they need.
With your big muscle horse.
Then give me the haversack. I'll just throw all the fucking
Nope.
things in there.
Saddles won't fit in a backpack, dude.
Yeah, that's why you fold them like a taco. They're already half tacos because they're on
You
the
could
back of a
fold them
horse.
once, and then they don't unfold though. That's the problem.
So we have 3 crafters in the
That's the bad thing about bags of holding and shit. You got to get it in the opening. It's not a portable hole that has like a 10 foot by 10 foot door.
Oh.
Oh.
What bulk is a saddle?
Like 2 or 3.
I can fit, if there are 2, I can fit 4 into the secret chest.
They might fit in
I mean,
that,
can't
but
we just put the saddles on the horses?
you
You
could.
have
We're
Take all the
heading that
horses
way
back.
anyway.
I think he said he was going to go back with a horse rather than chaining all the horses.
Yeah, but the you can only summon the chest once a day, and it won't hold them all.
Well, I can summon it and then I can revert it, right? Or
Correct, but you can't summon it back again.
no, that's fine.
We also
We
have a
didn't-
tower we'll be sleeping in tonight if we're out in the open.
So which way is it back to Zakar's village, if that's where we're going?
South.
South.
Oh, is that where we're going though? We have to have that discussion.
There are the
Well, we have to go
wyverns.
by that way, right?
Yeah. Well, the wyverns are a slight detour, but
They're to the east.
Yeah, east or west?
I looked at the map and I made them to the east.
Well, that's on the way to get the horse stuff anyway.
Well, not exactly,
Okay, so
but yeah.
the camps to the south. Where is the hobgoblin encampment?
Days to the south.
Oh, it's even further away than okay.
Remember, the hobgoblin's back by Zakara's village, which was what, 2.5 days to the south?
Yeah, I'm
No,
just trying
more than that.
I'm just
We
trying
made
to
it pretty quick.
Yeah, because I figure we might be able to do. I don't know, like, because we don't want to. At least I don't want to hold on to 11 horses.
There's the map.
So I figure we can offload them.
If you go north of Hildfor, up in the mountains, right above the A in Catril Mountains, in the mountains where there's a green dot, that's where you guys are at. To the east, the green is the wyverns. South by southeast is the town of Flintlock, and then farther south is Zakara's town, and so forth.
Yeah, so if we start heading back eastish where I found like those things, it'll put us, generally speaking, closer to the wyvern hunt.
Yeah, I mean, you can go see the dwarves if you want up in Crag and Core.
Yeah,
Have you
show them
guys
the
seen
clan dagger
Delvin?
we got.
I mean, they may not. I mean, they may just kill the orc and the goblin on sight, but hey, whatever.
Okay.
Ah, good old fashioned dwarven racism.
Yep.
Those bastards. So racist.
Yeah, they think they own the underground. They don't do shit.
Kick dwarf. I'm kicking goblin ass.
I mean, I think
And orc
It's
ass.
not that hard.
Orcs made it to the
Yeah,
surface by
green
going
ones
through
look-
the dwarves.
So you go by like all 5 of the goblins that are greenies have their fingers up their nose and they're scratching themselves.
Yeah, like Krug is a deep orc. Like they're orcs that live underground.
Yeah,
So fuck dwarves.
I knew you and Galgrim had a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I
Love to hate
so if we're heading back that way, we can. I guess I didn't understand like where everything was. I thought the map was reversed on the y-axis. I guess for this specific purpose. So I can just take everyone back to where like all that stuff was, and then we can just refit all the horses, and then do the wyverns, leave the horses at a safe distance, and then we can head back down to like Jotham. Where's Jotham? All the way Flintlock. Okay, yeah.
Top of the forest.
Top of the morning.
So we can probably potentially offload some horses down at Flintlock.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or Jotham. Like we can get some money for the party that way.
Keep in mind, whatever parts we get from the wyverns, we might need the extra horses to carry too.
Yeah. And you can have like they had like a pack horse essentially, but you can have like extra horses that like aren't being used and they're typically trained to follow other ones.
Yeah.
Much like Kruga brought back 11 horses. Just
Well,
chained together.
We'll have extra mounts in case, we need to push a little bit too.
Yeah. I don't think that'll be necessary, but I figure we can sell some of them. Kruga does want to, like before we get all the way back to Hildford, he does want to check out the Hobgoblin encampment and basically make them his bitch.
If they came back, which they probably did.
I mean, it's a lot of resources to set up one of those camps, chopping down all those trees and all that other shit.
I mean, that was like fucking straight up village that was set up there. Hamlet.
So Kruga does want to go back, check out that place, and if Flintlock isn't able to afford all the extra horses, we can give some of that to kind of reinforce their horses that they lost with the goblins eating them.
They're not 30-foot horses, but something's better than nothing.
I don't know. That's my thought on things, at least.
It's not unreasonable. Are we agreed that we all want to go check out the wyverns?
Yeah, it was a good amount of cash, and honestly, by the time we get back to Hildford, assuming that we don't get freaking like assassinated in the middle of the night by Zakara's people, then we're probably going to take some downtime.
It's okay. They're looking for Zakara, not for Zazel. We just have to dye her fur. That's all.
What do you mean? All of us got folk look alike.
Exactly. We're just watching that again.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the new How to Disguise is for.
Exactly. She's a ginger cat now. With some boots.
All right, so you're heading east towards the, grabbing the tack and stuff, saddling up the horses, and heading east towards the wyverns.
Yeah.
Wagons east.
All right. I need someone to make me a survival check to make sure you are going where you were told roughly where the wyverns are.
I have a 12.
Or best check. I also have a 12.
I have 2.
Glizzic all the way.
Nature, good. Survival, not yet.
I don't think Raz has survival.
That was our
I'm
Galvin
not
count.
trained in survival.
You're trained or expert, Zakara?
I'm trained.
Yeah, I'm also just trained.
One of you could try and aid the other one.
It's a 50-50 shot.
I don't trust myself to do that.
That's
I
what hero
didn't take
points are
no
for.
direction, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hero point left, so I can roll and hope for the best on that. Sound good?
Yep.
All
Sounds
right.
like our best bet, unless Rebecca has a secret skill.
Not at the moment.
All right,
Burn
here
all
we
your
go.
hero points before you go fight wyverns with their deadly poison.
She'll suddenly gain a big old stat boost when she becomes a kingdom leader. Don't worry.
All right, Krugus,
I'm
you
installing
good
the
with the
goblins,
27?
otherwise
Yeah, I'm good with the 27.
All right, you start leading them. You lead them back. You guys quickly saddle the horses and that up. Those of you who can reach the top of the horses, so Kruga, Rebecca, and Zakara. Glizzic plays, goblin herder, and Raz just kind of sits there and stares at Rebecca like a lovesick fool.
I'm leading the horse.
And then you guys saddle them all up, and you guys head off.
Probably just talking a lot of shop about what might be on these scrolls. The map too.
Yep.
A lot of stuff to look. Like when we get up to the wyverns, by the way, we can keep the horses out of sight. Like if we set up an area that we're gonna have all the goblins and Rebecca stay at anyway, we can use the tower.
Yeah.
Oh, does the tower have a stable?
I don't know,
No.
but you can probably cram 15 horses on the bottom floor.
That's a lot of horses.
All
right,
chickens all the time.
You guys go about 4 hours of riding, and if you don't want to push the horses, this is where you would be camping for the night.
Probably don't want to push them because I think we pushed, and fucking Grunik people also probably pushed them. So,
well,
a day.
Let's rest where it's safe too, and have a full day of travel if we need to.
All right.
So we're not getting there at night.
Yep.
Tower or no tower?
It is an 80-foot tall tower. How tall are the trees in the area?
79.
You're in the hills, so they're not very high.
Well, shit.
You just put the tower sideways, we'll be fine.
If you put the tower up, it will be seen for quite a distance.
Yeah.
We can also see stuff for quite a distance coming at us, right?
Possibly.
In case they decide to fly at us at night.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Somebody tries to knock in the door on the tower, and suddenly Kruga's there. He's like basically the best kind of guard dog, the one that punches people when they come.
I can see it now.
You can set up camp like normal, without a giant tower to attract people, or you can put a giant tower up and then camp inside. Although the horses, I'm not sure what you're going to do with all the horses.
You just camp outside because the tower, it's mostly useful for just letting us craft if we're spending a chunk of a day somewhere.
Fuck it, it's airship time.
Wait a second. Could this airship, and this is just a hypothetical, of course.
No.
What do you mean? You don't even know what I was going to ask.
Airship and tower cannot combine.
Why not?
I just wanted to say during the middle of the night at the tower, we hear Grugo answers the door and they go, "We'd like to talk to you about solar options on your tower."
Yep.
I'm just saying, like, while you can't combine them, you can airstrike with the tower.
You can airstrike with it anyway. All you gotta do is deploy it when you're in the air.
Nope. You have to set the tower on the ground and then.
All right, we'll take the
Charger. Call
airstrike
it
with
forth.
us.
We'll just take it. We'll just
It's
take a
crap.
couple rocks, put it on top of that.
No. All right, you guys set up camp and going to bed.
Yeah, doing watches and stuff, obviously.
Yep. All
Well,
right.
before we head to bed or watches or whatever, Zakar is going to go over to Kruga.
Give him a big kiss.
I believe this makes a square, and Zakara will hand over the 40 gold left that she owed you.
But
Have
what
you
about the
managed to
100%
transfer it yet?
interest?
But you guys talked at the same time. What?
Go ahead.
Have you managed to transfer the rune yet?
No, I think I'm gonna have to wait for that space to put that tower up to get better tools, or until we're
Better
back in
pizza,
town.
Papa John's.
Better greedy.
Well,
right, go ahead and
after
mark
this
off the
D4,
40.
We'll be heading back.
Go ahead and mark out the 40 gold, Zakara, and Kruga add 40 to yourself.
Done.
Sooner or later, I'll be able to move it. For now, I'm actually wearing your old adventurer's clothes.
Oh, so she's
You
marrying.
sustain.
So she's wearing my like monk robes essentially.
Your old
Yep.
clothes, yeah.
They're like too big. They're like safety pinned up.
The crotch smells.
Binder clips all over the back.
You get used to the smell after a while.
I mean, we sleep in the same rooms though.
Anything else any of you would like to do before we attempt to pass the night away?
Oh yeah. While we're still chatting, or say, what do you think the Thieves Guild will say once we get back?
Oh, I'm just really hoping they don't kill us on sight. But if they don't, I will do my best to talk my way out of it. Sure,
Do
it'll
you
be
need
fine.
help talking your way out of it? Kruga starts like cracking his knuckles and like moving his neck back and forth.
Perhaps.
Then I shall join you.
We'll see how angry they are. I'm sure we'll be spotted as soon as we enter the town.
Well, you will have completed your job, will you have not?
Not on time, though.
There
Could
was
be.
a timetable.
It wasn't
Rinse it out.
stated, but sort
Ice
of a
and diet
understood
diet cherry,
timetable.
Pepsi. Thank you.
Not that I'll tell them that. Of course, they never gave us a timetable, so it's not late, right?
Correct. And we had to wait for things to blow over with the undead, didn't we?
On top of being teleported all the way up into the mountains.
Better make sure.
Well.
Better hope you have hero points for that conversation.
Yep. Wait, maybe not. Those didn't help today.
It only makes things worse. If you've learned anything, it's never hero point again.
No, one was worse and one was better, just not better enough.
It's fine. I'll just use
Had the
Force
same
Open on their
result.
neck.
they're good just often enough to make us keep using them.
Keeps that glimmer of hope alive.
Just let me know when you need to discuss with them.
They have eyes and ears everywhere, so I would recommend that we enter the town during the day and go straight there.
Well, as your chief, I will make sure nothing happens to you.
I appreciate that. They will definitely think twice about attacking me with you there.
Ooh. That would be intimidating as fuck. I just thought about, like, once I attune to the battle axe, just leaving it back at the safe house. If they start trying to pull some shit, just summon it to my hand. Sorry, for another time. That's actually a good way to communicate too. If the rest of the party's like at the safe house, and all of a sudden the battle axe just disappears.
Freaking like Thor hammer through the wall.
We
Well,
should attach one of the cats to the axe at all times.
I'm still worthy.
Yes. It just looks like Thor flying.
I have
through
been
the air.
chosen.
Yeah. Tiny little Viking helmet on the cat.
I've heard of animal handling, but this is ridiculous.
The axe lands there with the cat.
Thank you.
Now you guys are in trouble, all right? He looks pissed.
This is the final form of the cat folk.
They're thinking, is it a druid?
Even better, I say make Galgrim turn into a cat and sit by the axe and go on the axe.
Yep.
On one side, an axe head. On the other, a pissed off cat.
All right. Any other conversations?
You guys noticed me consulting the bones before we tuck in, and I said that range spells are going to be very useful because these wyverns, they fly, so we need stuff with ranged. Everybody's got something that lets them fly or ranged attacks, I assume.
You know, we've all got our mud wings. Well,
True.
Some of you.
I will hand my mudwing to Kruger, who we used his earlier.
Actually, quick question. Your spell allows you to go your speed in flight.
Mm-hmm.
The mudwings limit it to 30. So it'd actually be faster if you cast your spell on me when we go to fight them. If that was your plan.
Too late. I already gave you already gave you the mudwing.
You have mudwing. Well, it's a level 4 spell for each person, though, too.
Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, you're probably better off using it for something else then.
You could just use it on Kruger, though.
Obviously, Kruger can't read either because. Oh no, I guess it is lower. Never mind. I can't read.
I mean, if you guys fall or whatever like that, I do have one shot of feather fall to try and catch you.
Well, the wings will only break if you use them with the reaction to block damage, right?
Well, if you get knocked out and are falling.
Dispel magic will kill them. There's things that'll do it.
Oh god, if we run into wyverns with Dispel magic, we may have other problems than just falling out of the sky.
Wyvern magi? Is that where we're going?
Klizik does bring up a good point, though. Wyverns probably wouldn't be above, snatching someone up and taking them off like those dragonflies did with us. The only difference is they'd probably be stinging you the whole time while they're doing it.
And they probably can fly faster like the dragon did too. I don't know what the exact speed on the wyverns are going to be, but probably faster than us.
Were you able to do any sort
initially?
of recall knowledge around that?
Can certainly try. We got time to do it now before we fight.
Can certainly try.
What would you like for that?
Recall knowledge.
Nature.
You kind of pick it, and then he's got a list of the DCs based on what you pick.
Because they're natural creatures. They're not like aberrant or whatever.
My nature is dumb, so I got to go with Lord Gossip.
I can do a recall knowledge untrained, but
No.
like you just get less information, right?
Recall knowledge is a trained skill.
Is it?
Yeah. That's why things like the gossip lore are good, because they let you do on anything. Just, with a notable drawback if you fail by too much.
You must be trained in the skill you are doing recall knowledge with. Or higher.
No, recall knowledge is untrained. Unless I'm not reading things correctly on archives.
AFK, but I can hear.
It's
Yeah, recall knowledge untrained. Like there's different levels of recall knowledge. Like you can recall more depending on.
I guess it is untrained. It's always been listed under the trained skills for the magic stuff.
oh no, it yeah, it does say untrained in the book too.
Yeah. Yeah, but really, if you look on the book, the tasks, if you want any actual good information, you need to be trained.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Keep in mind, my thing is expert. If that makes a difference for nature.
It does.
Fuck it. I'll roll a religion.
Yeah.
I'm helpful.
Gossip law.
I should have just helped someone, but everyone had already rolled.
You can't help on recall knowledge.
You can chant supportively next to me. That helps.
What was that?
Shenanigans. Get you some pom pom. You can do it. Remember.
Check.
Sargon, do you want me to start working on my spells?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I need one change. Take away one first level and add it to second level. So I'm just learning that.
Go ahead and do that. You know how?
No, I was trying to earn good. All I'm doing is expanding or collapsing.
There you go. Alrighty. Let's see. Kruger, you rolled the worst. You know that a group of wyverns are called a rampage.
I'm helpful.
You are. Raz is next. Raz, I think you can hear but not speak. Raz, you know that wyverns speak Draconic. Zakara, you know that wyverns fly roughly 60 feet of action.
God damn.
And Glizzik, you know that wyvern poison can easily kill someone because it does a fuck ton of damage every round.
Yeah, especially when it's 60 hit points.
Can kill you in two rounds if I roll to max damage. So I would suggest you guys make your fortitude saves.
Deal.
All right, that's what you can recall.
Let's go fight a rampage.
It is. It's a rampage of wyverns. Anything more than one. Anything else before you head off to your watches and rest?
I'm good.
All right. You guys do your watches. Night passes by uneventful. And you guys get up in the morning. Go ahead and do your daily prep.
So, at this point, someone's investiture would be broken. Specifically
Correct.
for Reaper's Toll. Okay. So as far as we know, it would be safe to pull it out now.
As far as you know.
Alright, I will carefully take out Reaper's Toll.
Roll me that reflex. I think last time I made you roll dex, but I'll do a reflex this time.
So close to a 20.
Almost a 20.
You pull it out and you don't slice up nothing.
Well, I think it's safe to give this to you now. I'll hand it over to Kruga.
Kruger beats you with it.
The flat side of the blade. It's bludgeoning damage.
The pommel.
While, yeah, I will start to identify it.
All right. Go ahead and do your daily prep there, Raz.
Yeah, I'm working through it. I might actually do a big sweep and change this time.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll me your check there, Kruger.
Come on, Betsy. Oh my god. Fuck you. I'm doing it.
Is that your last one?
Yep. It's important to him, so it's worth a reroll.
I mean, you can't roll much worse.
True.
All right, Kruger, that is a success.
Yes.
It is open. It's in the party loot as identified.
See, what can this bad boy do?
Let me
So
know
let's
if
see.
let me know if when you click on those other things if you can read them or not.
Yeah, they both pop up.
I thought I made them right, but
All right, retribution. When a creature damages you attack, it changes to their appearance. Gain circumstance bonus to your next damage roll until the next turn. You only get it against whoever damaged you most recently. Okay. And the frost rune is extra 1d6. And also slowed against a DC 24 fort save. Oh, not bad.
but it's +2 weapon of
Yeah.
striking.
So like the retribution and the frost, would they be able to be pulled off of it?
The frost could be. Retribution is part of the axe, cannot be removed.
Are we expecting a whole lot of wyverns or just a couple big ones?
Probably a rampage.
What about the
Oh, the quest was like 1,500 gold max on the reward, and what was it, the intact stingers or sacks were like 200 gold each, and
There you go.
reward. Yeah, there we go.
what about the summoning thing that it can do, Zargan?
What about it?
It's not on there.
I know.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes or whatever, like during my preparation, I'm gonna invest it.
Okay.
I'm assuming it needs to be invested.
It does. Okay. While they're still doing their stuff, you invest it. That's part of your daily prep. What would you like to do? You guys ready to go?
Oh, I guess we don't know what Kruger found on the axe.
No, because he doesn't share much information with his shamans, but he expects them to share
But
everything with him.
out of character, did Kruger's father, was he able to do the returning thing?
Yes. I'm gonna. I won't say too much because I'm like Kruger's very like interested and I won't say like reverential of the axe, but it clearly has like his full undivided attention. Like normally,
Reverential? That's not a word.
I said reverential. But he's very focused on the axe. Like normally he's like keeping an eye out for like danger things along those lines, but he's very much like paying attention to this axe. And at one point, like when everyone's getting close to like finishing the preparations and stuff, he's gonna like put it on the ground and just kind of like hold out his like hands and like try and like summon it. Like he's gonna think about like pulling it to him.
Nothing.
Hmm.
Didn't Grunic say something before he did it?
I don't think he said anything.
He said my axe. Clearly, that's the command word.
My ass.
Sargon, how's the weather in the area we're going to? Are we talking like extreme cold or anything?
No. I mean, it's starting to be fall time. It is like September, but depends on how much into the mountains you have to go.
Guess we'll find out.
I mean, you're not like up in Canada. That would be the next set of mountains to farther north from where Glizzic's from. That is like Canada. So you're like, Wisconsin weather. So it's probably high today. It's gonna be like in the 60s and stuff. If you're thinking, like it's gonna be super cold, the weather shouldn't be unless you go into high mountainous areas. Which maybe you will, maybe you won't.
As we're sitting around the camp, like eating breakfast and whatnot, like Kruger will get up and like mess with the axe and he'll like swing it like he's trying to get used to it. It doesn't seem like he particularly knows how to use the weapon. Like it's not a thing that he seemed like he was trained on. Doesn't have the same like grace that he does with like his fists.
What? A big freaking fuck off axe ain't quite the same as swinging fists.
Don't think I've seen you swing a weapon before.
It's been a long time.
It is not something that I have done very recently. Especially not something of this size. you give me a sword or a staff. Swords are simple weapons, right?
No.
Like short swords?
Short
even short
sword.
swords
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think all of them are martial.
The fuck is this game?
I know that was a big change. I was like, short sword is martial?
It's also why rogues get short sword and rapier skill because they're not martial because they don't get martial.
Martial.
That's Marcia, Goblin Face.
If you give me a staff or a dagger, I would be able to use those just fine.
Or a monk weapon.
Yeah, or a monk weapon.
Well, you're definitely strong enough for it. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it.
I'm just rusty. I use what's the orc weapon called? The orc axe, the neck splitter, neck chopper, whatever.
I think it's neck splitter.
Hmm,
Because there's a horse chopper, and I think a neck splitter.
Dodge slicer and horse chopper, both goblin.
Yeah, the neck splitter is orc. I, back in the war, used a neck splitter, which is similar to this, but doesn't require both hands. But those years are long behind me.
No fury of blows if you wield this.
True.
So, did you figure out what the reflection means when it shows someone's face on it?
Ah, that, yes. It is a way to show someone who has dared to hurt you the error of their ways. Much in the same way I can tell people to kneel and hurt if they don't obey. If they hit me and their face appears on here, on this weapon, if I hit them with it, then it will hurt more than it normally does.
Seems appropriate.
Out of character, it's 2 extra damage to whoever's face is on there.
Nice. So you would be, well, up to a +8.
Yeah, I would do. I'd have to look into that because I do get extra damage with unarmed attacks due to monk stuff.
Yep, that's unarmed attacks only.
So I think it'd still just be a +6 when that's on there.
Got it. I look forward to seeing you kill Grunik with it.
What makes you think he isn't dead?
I guess I kind of just assumed, unless that necromancer wanted his body. I guess that is a necromancer thing.
Okay, I think that'll be what I prepare for the day.
Well, if I need to kill him again, then I will kill him again. And I will do it as many times as it takes to make sure it sticks.
Of that, I have no doubt.
I think it's about the most compact spell list I've ever done, Zargan. Usually I take one of everything. I doubled up at least a little bit.
Now you just have all heal spells.
it's like I can get all 5 levels on 1 page of action for once.
Yeah, I think this is
Without
the
the
most stuff I'll be handing out to people because usually I consolidate to a few people who actually use them, but everyone's getting a little bit of everything today.
Do I have to call out I'm loading something specifically into the collar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be preloaded.
All right, I'm gonna have Rake, not Raz. Have Raz put a Drake card in there, or do it myself, whichever is necessary.
Yeah, it's just like a 3-action, I believe, or 1 minute.
Raz, you handed me all these bottles. I have no idea what they do. The only things I have on my alchemical wonder spot are Cheetah's elixir and elixir to life lesson.
Well, you're gonna start adding more.
Just shake them up and start throwing the ball in your mouth.
All of a sudden, that ant over there is going really fast. Elixir life, the numbing tonic. 1 minute, you get 10 temporary hit points at the start of your turn. So basically, you get like half your health at the start of every round.
That's the same thing as a numbing elixir, right?
The numbing tonic is what it's actually called. Numbing elixir is what Zarg.
It's considered an elixir, so
it is an elixir, but it's called a numbing tonic. The moderate antidotes are actually better than the daily ones I give you because that only gets a +2 bonus. These ones that I make, I can't make these for free yet. So, but these give a +3 bonus instead of +2. Same 6-hour duration. So, when we start getting close, because I don't know how long it's going to take us to find these fuckers. So, but when we start seeing wyverns or signs of wyverns, then drink those. Till then, I could still give you your daily, +2 in case we get jumped or something. But just this one's better by 1.
we have seen many times 1 can be a lot.
Yeah, especially for those who don't have a good fortitude. The mist form just gives you concealed for, I think it's a minute. Minute. So just a 20% chance for them to miss you on any attack that they do. Yep, just basically hand Glizic about, I don't know, 2-3 times more stuff than I usually give you.
Hey, Raz, aren't you over by 1 spare reagent?
Nope, not because of the haversack.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Because elixir of life that's 2.
10,
Numbing tonics.
You
2.
use 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You should have 2 spare.
I should have 2 spare. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 1 over.
Okay, that's what I asked. I thought so. I was willing because since you don't have the theory, you can't get the 1 off out of him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Zargan bookkeeping. Maeve's not going to talk today. Instead of speech, I'm giving her manual dexterity, so she can apply potions as necessary.
Okay.
So I'm going to have her basically holding an elixir of life to start with.
Okay.
I'm writing it on my little cheat
That's why
sheet
she
paper
can't
here.
talk. So she just holds it in her mouth.
It's actually in an eye socket.
Supper nose. Supper nose.
It's a moderate Zakara.
I was thinking about the life ammunition. We could just have it like sticking out of her eye holes. Come up and stab somebody like an Imperial interrogation droid.
All right, you guys got 30 minutes to kill some wyverns.
Well, first things first, we gotta get closer. As far as we know, there hasn't even been a sign of these things, right?
You haven't seen anything yet. You guys all prepared? Ready to head out?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You guys start riding east. I want someone to make me another survival check to make sure you're going the correct direction, going to the right area.
I have no hero points now.
Now we're equal. Although you still seem to roll better than me.
All right, I will try to roll and disprove your theory. Disproven.
Since you have no hero points, we will go with a 28. All right, you guys head off, riding, keep an eye out, looking not just around, but also up, since thanks to Glizzik's bones, wyverns can fly.
Thanks, Bones.
You're welcome. The more
Also,
you
Being
know.
sarcastic.
I know I was AFK at the time, but I would have shared that little bit about them speaking Draconic as well.
I don't speak Draconic.
It's kind of funny, only one person in the party does.
It's me.
I speak Undercommon. I speak Infernal.
Galgrim?
I
Nope.
speak Null.
Galgrim's not in the party currently.
Who speaks Draconic? Rebecca?
No.
It's me. I'm the
Nathir.
Draconic
Oh.
speaker.
He's reptile. Duh. Nathir.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they'd be willing to talk or that they're even much better than an animal, mind
Yeah.
you. Being able to
Alright.
speak doesn't necessarily mean, you know.
They speak intelligently. I mean, look at goblins.
Food. It speaks.
All right,
Other than
I
the
want
stock.
everyone to roll me a perception.
Whoop, not initiative.
Yep.
Yes. All
Well,
right.
there goes that good roll for the day.
Middle of the road.
All righty. Everyone happy with the rolls for those of you who have hero points?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Quick
All right.
to mug one of them for their hero points.
Doesn't she have
give
one?
it back.
Doesn't she have a special one?
No.
Two
Wait,
you
oh,
do.
wait, I do, don't I? Okay,
Couple of us do,
in
yeah.
case I die.
I'd say two of you have one of the extra ones.
Who have the extra ones?
Me.
I forgot about
Okay.
that.
Wow. We spent
All right.
all those points and you don't even remember.
Yep. You guys head east, following Kruger. Basically, he's telling you where to go. Rebecca is dealing with the horses mostly, along with some of the goblins helping her out. So it's mostly her having to work twice as hard because of the goblins' help. About near noon, you guys are along like the mountainside and stuff, going east, trying to find, looking up, trying to see where these are at. Some of the mountains are like normal, they go up a little bit, you can climb easy. Other ones are straight cliffs. You guys come to an area where you can see several things flying in the sky above you. Several hundred feet up. Be Raz and Kruger, Raz and Kruger. You both see the things flying in the air. Glizzik, you can see those too.
You cut out Zargan
Oh, damn it.
after flying in the air.
Okay, so Kruger, Raz, and Glizzik can see several, 2, 3, maybe 4. You can't tell because they're fading in and out of the clouds and stuff, flying around above, up on the cliffs. And then Kruger and Raz, you both see up on the cliffs like a giant nest, like sticking partway out over the cliff. Unfortunately, the cliff is like almost a sheer straight down, several hundred feet up. What would you like to do?
We should. So have we already put the horses in like a safer like?
Nope,
Secluded? No.
because
That's
you're
the first
traveling.
thing we should do.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere, right? We can always bust out the tower and,
Yeah.
it's cramped for the horses and whatnot, but to keep the goblins and Rebecca somewhere, some shelter, basically.
Is that what you're doing?
No, it's just an idea that's out there because how far away are they loosely? Like that?
Several hundred feet up.
Like straight up?
Not like directly above you, but a little bit in front of you, up like a sheer cliff. I won't say sheer like unclimbable, but it's definitely not like we just walk up there. You'd have to climb.
So based on flight rolls, if they notice and decide to come down, that's like a turn or two for them to get down based upon their move speed.
Possibly. If they notice and if they
But
care.
They can go 60 feet in action, so
Going down,
Yeah.
it'd be 120.
Double.
wow.
So
So
they
yeah,
can move
only
down 360 feet in a
Nope.
single turn.
first things first. Everyone should take their. I think we're within that 6-hour window, so we should probably take the better antidotes.
Mostly Glizzy, yes. If your range is 500 feet, you could probably hit several of them.
I'm burning the nest.
Otherwise, Argon, I don't know if it
Okay,
really matters for the sake of tracking, but I'd have made sure all the goblins and Rebecca also got like the freebie poison
Gotcha.
and stuff. So I don't know if it's gonna matter for them since their saves are probably pretty low, but
It might save them at the moment, at least the goblins, from having to roll a natural 22 to make a fourth save.
But yeah, if they're pretty close, it's time to dose up for those who are about to go and tussle with some stingers.
All right.
I will
Dose up.
drink mine.
I think
If I
Raz.
don't have it in
I can. I'll apply it to everyone.
We're doing shots. Shots before battle.
Anti-plague, moderate on everybody.
Anti-plague, where's that? You mean
Or
antidote?
anti-venom. Yeah, anti-stuff. Whoops, that was the wrong one. That was the disease one.
Okay.
That's
You mean-
vitamins.
I was like saying fucking anti-plague and then clicked on anti-plague. It should have been antidote right above it.
All right, those are all consumed.
Well, that's the wrong one, so I gotta do antidote, moderate. Yeah, I don't even know if the disease one will come up, but
I'm removing it.
okay.
We still get the save too for disease and our daily vitamins, right?
Yeah, because I could still do anti-plague lesser for free every day.
Cool.
Yeah, I just clicked the wrong moderate.
Yep. Okay, they're removed.
Other than that, thoughts on popping the tower? Like, apparently we're close enough. We pop this tower, it might grab their attention anyway. And also, then, how do we get their attention from that high up? Just walk out in the middle of nowhere and hope that they come get us, or maybe bait them with a horse?
Climb up and get them.
So how far up is this cliff?
You figure around 200 feet up to where the nest is.
Yeah, with the
Looks like there's some kind of like, it goes, pretty much straight up, mostly up, about 200 feet. Then there's like a flat area. And there's a big nest up there, and then of course the mountains continue on beyond that.
So you say it's flat, but it's not like completely sheer. It's like a rock wall, right?
It's a rock wall. You'd have to. To go up to where the nest is, you'd have to climb. It is climbable.
Okay. Because I could climb it. Kruger will let everyone know whatever her plan is. I want one of those eggs.
Yeah, right.
Got it.
to eat.
I'll need someone to raise it for me.
Undead?
And with a group with like no nature. Where's the druid? Damn it!
I have nature.
Oh boy.
It's more of a nurture thing, but Mama Glissic gonna raid me some quiver. I cannot the age.
I think it would be easier for us to attract as many as we can to us. I wouldn't want you getting swarmed by 4 or 5 of them up on on the cliff face where we're not going to be able to help you.
Well, I could climb or fly up.
I might be able to hit one from here. I could at least try.
What's your range
Seven,
increment on your bow?
60.
Yeah, that's like -10.
What? They're that high?
That's every 60 feet is -2.
Yeah, I didn't think they were.
The nest is 200 feet up. They're above the nest flying.
Okay.
So getting to the nest
What's up,
would
Glizzic?
certainly draw their attention.
I was just gonna say, do you have a map built for the nest that we're gonna be going up to? Or are we
Maybe.
just typically here in my okay. If you guys want, why don't we just fly up there? I'll burn my flying potion. And then everybody else has got mud wings.
You have mud
We
wings.
can just try and stealthy fly up there in time to get to the top. So we don't have to worry about failing checks and falling and killing ourselves.
It may be better to
But I have climbing rolls.
get up there and lie back down.
I have strength 10, sir.
That's no negative.
Fine.
It's just an athletics check.
I could climb if we need to.
You have... You could climb up that easily as a car without making checks if you wanted to.
What?
I got a climbing speed.
Cat bullshit.
Yep.
Well, if you want an egg, the haversack should be able to hold it well enough. Like, eggs don't need to breathe, right? I actually don't know this. Do eggs need to breathe?
Don't know.
If you put an egg underwater, like...
Yeah, they need to breathe.
Depends on the egg.
Yeah. If that it's a frog egg, then no.
If
But
it's like a
fine,
dragon
well-
turtle egg, no, it lives underwater.
They're still getting oxygen from the water, but yeah.
I mean, we got 10 minutes if we put it in a bag of holding or the haversack to wrap things
Then
up.
I
and
guess
take it back
Raz is
out.
jumping off the top. You'll definitely make it down before 10 minutes.
Without
I mean,
breaking the egg.
I'm definitely popping some mud wings if we're going up and down the fucking cliff faces. I know where my strengths lie, and it ain't from climbing. It ain't in climbing.
I
Mud
know where
wings
my
last
strengths
10
are,
minutes.
and it's not strength.
I do know that the boots of speed,
Will
actually,
not help your flying.
will not help flying, and I can't use the extra action. Yeah, because you're not striding when you're flying; you're flying. So it wouldn't
Correct.
give an- Okay.
If you had a native fly, then I would let you use a stride. Like
Got it,
Zakara
yeah,
has a
yeah.
native climb, she could climb using haste.
So, would the cheetah's elixir also affect my climbing speed?
No, your climbing speed is what it is, unless you want to roll. Because you have a flat climbing speed. Cheetah's elixir will not make that go up unless you want to start rolling athletics.
Okay, it just said bonus to speed, so I didn't know if it was specific to walking.
No, it's your base movement. Now your climb speed with athletics check might be faster with that with that and with that potion drank, but but then you have to roll every time or fall.
That's okay. I would just use my climb speed.
Wait,
As
what are
say.
you talking about?
Whether her cheetah's elixir would affect her climb speed.
I mean,
If
it
you don't
does
want-
say a status bonus to your speed. It doesn't say your land speed, and the game's normally pretty good about calling that out.
I don't know.
But then again, it also says the muscles in your legs, but you use your legs to climb, so
Yeah, but it's like it wouldn't help your mud wings because or like that spell of blizzards because it gives you a specific speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what climbing is. Climbing is a specific speed. A stride is you move your speed, not you move 20 feet. But like I said, her climbing without rolling wouldn't be affected, but her climbing with rolling athletics could be affected by a cheetah's. I'm not sure where the break is without looking. It's kind of like swimming. The faster you are on foot, I think the faster you can be doing it. Yeah, because climbing normally for you guys would be 5 feet on a successful roll, 10 on a critical. If you have 40 feet of movement, it'd be 10 on a success, 15 on a critical. If you had 60 feet movement, Be 15 on a success, 20 on a critical. Oh, we lost a gnome. Is it that time? Yep.
No, I'm here. I just swapped over to my phone.
Yeah, I know. I meant that you hopped out of Fantasy Grounds.
Well, since I can climb up, I don't have to make a check. I can give my Mudwing to Glizik.
I mean, you may want the Mudwing just in case you need to not be on the wall.
But, I mean, one of us is not going to be able to fly, right?
Glizik said he had a potion, but that's a one-time.
One-time potion that will not be able to be reverse engineered if I use it. But I could use it and just have to pay for a brand new one later, or formulate if we can never find it. Otherwise, just stand down here and throw fireballs.
I mean, out of everyone, I have the best chance of surviving a fall.
I have one use of feather fall to stay within 60 feet of me.
Because you take half the distance you fall is the damage, right?
Yep.
So that's.
And you can grab an
100.
edge.
And then with my cat folk ability, I have that.
Grab an edge is acrobatics, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's your reaction too, so you have one chance to try to grab an edge if there's edges.
But my land on your feet cat folk ability is I take half the normal damage and don't land prone. So falling from a 200-foot cliff would be 50 damage.
Only.
That's slightly over half my hit points.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. If you have 50 when you land, you mean?
Yeah, that's true, but it's still. I mean, 100 damage to Glizik is 0 chance, right?
Alright guys, we could stop here as you are formulating how you want to do this, and you guys can think about it for a couple weeks. We are not playing next week, nor the week after, because next week I'm going to bed early, so I can go to Mexico. Then the week after, on Friday, I'll be in Mexico.
Boo this man.
And just so you a reminder, coming up, it's not for a while. I will be going to football games again on Friday nights.
Boo.
Is that August?
Yep.
Stop supporting your family.
Yeah, I think it's sometime in August.
Do we need to switch days then? To avoid whole months where we can't play?
The issue with that is not many people are available other days, but we can discuss it as we get closer.
At least less people, we have more of a chance of possibly finding another day.
But I believe that's not till like August.
I mean, I'm already basically ending this game having to go to work, so I can't do much worse on that. Except Saturdays. I won't be able to do Saturdays because, we have our own table game going.
I have one as well.
Look at these people with 2 D&D games a week.
The worst part is I'm running them both.
What a slacker.
Yeah, the first game is August 18th. So it's it's most. So I'll be done on Fridays from August, mid-August to end of October at least.
Oh, so you go into like all the games and not just the home ones like last time?
Well, last time my son wasn't playing varsity. I'm not sure he will play varsity, but there's a much better chance this year that he'll be playing varsity. So, and the schedule's much nicer this time around. As in, we're playing schools our own actual size and not schools way bigger than us.